Well, hello there. We're back, and I'm sounding normal, I think, today. Sounding back to normal. I've got no idea what was going on Tuesday with my voice, but we're back and we're feeling better. Hello all, good to see you. I need to grab a subscription from the introduction. Thank you very much, Michael. 27 months to get us kicked off in style. Welcome everybody coming in. Hello, hello. Thank you so much, mate. 27 months is a lovely way to kick off a Thursday stream. Thank you, bud. And then we've got 787 Fly with 70 months. 1 day of work tomorrow, then 5 days off. Oh, lucky. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Thank you very much, 7-8. Cheers, 70 months. Good to see you, mate. Oh, that's fine. That's all good. Oh my gosh, I'm getting caught up. Hello, all. How we doing? We all right? I'm feeling better today after Tuesday's weird issues with the throat and the sore throat. I don't know what was going on, but yes, we're all right now. So there we go. Welcoming everybody. I'll say some hellos in a moment. We got some more subs coming in though. Oh my goodness gracious too. I don't know what to do. Who we got next? It's Ninja Labs. Oh, there's a double 17 months. Did you two do that in like coordination with each other? Double 17 months at exactly the same time. Ryback and Ninja Labs. Thank you, friends. Goodness gracious me. Thank you so much, both of you, for the 17 months. Look at that. Not even planned. Look at that, eh? Look at that. I love it. Guys, thank you very much indeed. Cheers for the double 17-month sub as well. Getting us going on a hype train. I'm pretty sure that should be. It is indeed through a level 1 hype train. Thank you very much. Right, I'm going to scroll to the top. Let's say some hellos. Who was the first one here today? It was Lilo. Fatboy Fat Fishing's here as well. Hello. Robert's here. Good to see you. Aaron. Stu. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I Can Fly. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, God, then another one. I need to come back. Roberticus gifting a sub to Thorgin. I need to up my sub thingy. It's gone crazy because of the INI gifted subs last month. It's gone right the way down. I need to update my sub goal. Roberticus, hey, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Thojin. That's very, very, very kind of you indeed. The first gifted sub of the day. Roberticus getting us going and halfway to a level 2 hype train. Thank you, mate. Colston's the first one in on the TikTok. Thanks so much for the follow over there, mate. Welcome in. Just had your Sony A7 delivered. Oh, very nice, mate. Enjoy it. Thank you, Roberticus. That's very kind of you, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Kaomin's another one. Goodness gracious, 15 months. Wow, you lot are keeping me busy to get us started. Blooming heck. Blooming heck. Keeping me busy, aren't you? That is incredible. Mate, dude, thank you for the 15 months. That is a year and a quarter, if my math serves me correctly. Thank you so much. Cheers for the 15 months with the Prime, mate. Welcome back. Where did I get up to with the hellos? Did I say hello to Jake? I'm going to say I'm super impressed with Beta 2 and FSR3 frame gen. Hey, nice. Oh, well, that's good to hear. That is very good to hear. Steadfast, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. I need a tea. Yeah, I know what you mean. Jelly, good to see you. Hello, mate. Has there been any CRJ software update since you flew? Not since the other day. No, it's the same version. Same version. New turbulence to sim update beta, night and day improvement. Even didn't do a flight yet, scared to, but oh, well, good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I think a lot of the crash to desktops people have been experiencing in sim update 2 are, like, a lot of them that I've been reading are attributable to incompatible third-party mods. Obviously, something's changed that's caused those third-party mods to suddenly not work, but yeah. Hi Fly, hello, how you doing? How is the Sim Update 2 beta? There's so much jam-packed into there really is. Is the CRJ available yet? No, so CRJ V2 is not available yet. It's coming out next Tuesday, they're saying now. So yeah. You're getting a DLSS CTD within 10 seconds of spawn. Make sure that your community folder is clear and that it's definitely not a third-party mod that's doing it, and then see if there's a report on it on the forums and contribute there. I can't report stuff back to the development team, whether it's good or bad comments, unless you guys comment it. So yeah, even if it's a good comment and you want to let us know how much you're enjoying something in Sim Update 2 Beta, please put it on there. The opinions are just as valid and go just as far in letting us know what you guys are thinking and what you guys are saying. And if you've got issues with Sim Update 2 Beta, yeah, make sure that you go and double check all the things that you need to do with like community folder stuff. Make sure you go and have a look on the forums, see if other people are reporting it, contribute there and stuff like that as well. Because it does go a long way. It really does. MS needs to find a way to identify which mods cause the issue. No, that's not how it works, mate. That isn't how it works. We don't cater our updates to individual third-party products and which ones don't work. Unfortunately, that's not how it works, mate. Chewy, I saw you play City Skylines 2. I'm thinking of getting it. Would you recommend? I've only just started getting it, and I'm very, very, very much a noob at it, but it's really good fun. It's really good fun. So I would definitely recommend it. It was on sale, right? It was on sale. I don't know if it is now. Coco, thank you for the follow on the TikTok as well. Anyway, guys, right. If you folks have got opinions that you want to give to us about Sim Update 2 Beta, please go and pop it on the MSFS forums. Please go and pop it on the MSFS forums. I have taken community manager hat off now. And I am into Chewy content creator hats now. Jensen, hello. I am Ghost with the first cheer of the day. Thank you very much indeed. Just missing out on the hype train, but it's hugely appreciated with 150 bits. I haven't been this high in a very long time. It's good to see you, Ghost. Thank you, matey. That's very kind. When is Sim Update 2? We don't have a release date for it, but the beta started just the other day. So there we go. Hey, JBS. Yes, I've got it. I've got it. You do. Yeah, I purchased it on the Indie Builds shop earlier. Thank you very much, JBS. Another alert. Goodness gracious, you folks are being incredibly generous to start the day off. Thank you very much. Yeah, JBS, I got the Samsung V2. I've not loaded in to see if it works, but I've installed it. So our first impression of it will literally be when we fly into it. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, mate. And thank you, Yorkies. Goodness me. I'm all right, buddy. I'm all right. I don't know if I am coming down with a cold or if it's hay fever or what it is. You guys saw me on Tuesday. I had that, well, you heard me on Tuesday. I had that really weird sore throat and I thought my voice was completely going. I woke up yesterday and I was all right. I was fine. So I don't know what it was. For the rest of Tuesday, I went on complete vocal rest after I finished the stream. And got a good night's sleep on Tuesday night and woke up yesterday fine. And yesterday I was fine. I went to badminton training, all good and everything like that. And then yeah, today I'm feeling a little bit. I'm fine, but I'm just a little bit. You know when you're like, the word is seedy. Mama Chewy calls it, and it's a very good word. You know, like you're not feeling ill. You don't feel ill or anything like that, but you just feel like a little bit. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm still in good. I'm still in good spirits, and I was really looking forward to today's stream. I've been looking forward to it all day. The day at work today has actually gone really slow because I've just been looking forward to this stream so much, genuinely. So we're back in the Aerosoft CRJ V2, and we're doing some Air Canada Jazz Air flying today. We're going to be doing 2 hops in the CRJ. We're going to be flying out of Detroit. We've got the Indie Builds Detroit scenery to kick things off with. And then we're going to head to obviously where this aircraft is based in Toronto, which is Fly Tampa scenery. And then we're going to be swinging it further eastbound as we head to New York LaGuardia. New York LaGuardia, which is MK Studios scenery. And then we've got the Samsung 3D New York cityscape, which is which is released for MSFS 2024 now. Oh God, there's more Ryback. Hey, y'all like jazz? Who doesn't like jazz? I like Jazz Air and jazz. Ryback, thank you for the dono. Hello. Hey. Love you, bud. Thank you very much, Ryback. That's very kind of you indeed. It's normally when I do like Toronto, we start and end in Toronto. But I fancied a bit of a change of pace today. So that's why we're doing Toronto in the middle. So we'll do a nice turnaround there and then head back out again. I hope you guys don't mind. And it also means we get to see 3 airports instead of just 2 if we did a straight rotation. Ryback, that's really generous of you, mate. Thank you so much for the £10 donation. That goes a long way. That really does. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Where have we got up to? Where do I need to say hello to? Oh, Edson's here on TikTok. Edson, hello, I love you. Maloney's here, good to see you. Hello. Currently doing Singapore to San Francisco. Oh my gosh. Hey, it's the N-Islanders live crew. Hello, friends. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Coots is here as well. I was in London 2 weekends ago. First time visiting the country. Hey, it was lovely. Was running into you in the tube. Oh, I don't live in London, mate. So that would have been very, 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 very unlikely that you would have seen me on the tube, mate. Although I did. I've told you all the story about how I got spotted. Well, how I got seen by one of my viewers and long-time subscribers on the tube once. He was the driver of the train. It was really weird, but very cool. In your neck of the woods today, Vinyl. Mate, I'm looking forward to these 2 flights. I really am. Coots, I hope you had a good trip to London, though, mate. I hope you enjoyed it. So, yeah, so 2 flights on the cards today. Let's show them to you on Flight Radar. Here they go. So it's only a pretty quick flight, the first one. 45 minutes out of Detroit and across to the northeast, heading into Canada and into Toronto as Jazz Air Flight 776. And then the second flight, there it is. It's a little bit of a longer flight, about an hour and 5 to an hour and 10 minutes from Toronto to LaGuardia today. We saw this one the other day on Flight Radar, and I was like, yep. My mind was made up straight away. Oh, goodness gracious, there's more. Blooming heck. You guys are really keeping me busy today. Am I on Vatsim? Yes. Mr. Jazz, thank you for the 71 months. It's 26 months in a row, 71 months in total. Hey, Chewy. Hi, Mr. Jazz. It's good timing that you're here, Mr. Jazz, actually, because we are flying Jazz Air today. Love it. Mate, thank you very much indeed for the 71 months with the Tier 1. Another super freaking long sub. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we'll definitely do DCA. Your Sim CFI released a video on his YouTube channel about how to fly the CRJ correctly into DCA. So I want to watch that. Hi, Rafie, baby. How are you? You all right, mate? Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Right, let's get started. I want to get flying. Let's get going. Let's get this show on the road. Beautiful. I will turn off Oasis. Oh, cool. So yes, we are exactly in the same version of the CRJ V2 that we were in last time. So no updates delivered to us since what we flew on Tuesday, but that's fine. And then John, oh my goodness gracious, it's 3.5 years. Another one, another Tier 1 as well. Bloomin' heck. Thank you very much indeed for the 42 months. Now, 3.5 years. My goodness gracious me. How many subs have we had today? I've not even got in the flight deck yet. You folks are keeping me busy. I'm going to need to make a cup of tea. Thank you very much. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Who else have we got? Craig's here. Good evening. And it's the MSFS crew. Hello. Good evening to you. Or actually, no, it's good morning to you still by an hour. Rick, hello. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yes, so this is the, for those of you just joining us who haven't seen yet, this is the pre-release CRJ V2 from Aerosoft, which was obviously for those of you who don't know, this was actually the first ever third-party airliner released for MSFS back years ago after the launch of 2020. It's now finally having a huge, massive update to it. So it's coming to V2, which is out publicly next week. What do I say? I keep saying bloomin' heck. It's my word of, or my phrase of the day today. Thank you very much indeed for the 18 months, Marcus. A year and a half. The mask still goes. The mask still goes. Thank you so much. Cheers, Marcus. I hope you're well, mate. Having a good day today. Josh, A320 Simmer, thanks for the follow. As well, the first follower on the Twitch for the day. Good to see you, mate. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much for all of these. Yeah, Flight Sim Trivia. That's it. It's weird how your brain works with these kind of things. You just suddenly get reminded of something. Anyway, yeah, so this is the brand new V2 version of the CRJ, which Hans Hartmann has been working hard on with the Aerosoft team. It's publicly releasing next Tuesday is what they've said now. They've delayed it and delayed it again, but now it's supposedly coming out next Tuesday. I've got no idea if we will receive subsequent updates to this aircraft, but yeah. I've learned a little bit more about this aircraft. I was watching Edward the pilot yesterday, who used to be a real-world CRJ pilot. And then Your Sim CFI on YouTube has got some really great videos on this aircraft. So I've learned just a little bit more about this plane. And I've also edited my sensitivity curves on the joystick. Yes, judge me, I'm using a joystick with the CRJ. Because it's way too sensitive without some major sensitivity curves. So down on the ground at the Innie Builds Detroit scenery. It released April 2021. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? 4 years ago almost, this aircraft first launched. Yeah, so down on the ground at the Innie Builds Detroit scenery today. Which I haven't flown in or out of for a long time now, if I'm honest. But it's good to be back. Tuesday? It's not Tuesday, it's Thursday. But it's always a Tuesday here. Is this update available for us already? Yeah, no, there you go, St. Mallow on the TikTok asking. Yeah, no, so it should be coming out next Tuesday. And it's a free update. I should have mentioned that. It's a free update to V2. Greg's here as well. Hello, Greg. Good to see you. Is this coming to Xbox? That's a very good question. I think it is. It's my favorite. It's one of the loves of my life. A Lufty Cargo MD-11. God, look at it. Isn't it just beautiful? We need to get the MD-11 out the hangar again soon. We really do. You folks know how much I love the MD-11. Beautiful. Should I do Munich to San Diego or Finnair to Hong Kong? Oh, Hong Kong any day of the week. It's one of my favourite places to fly. Although San Diego's good fun. Right, let's get this thing flying. I have got my checklist sheet for the CRJ with me, just because I'm still getting acquainted with this thing again, having not flown it for a few years, but yeah. So first things first, battery master switch. Get all the sounds going. Pilot Pro, good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you are well, my dude. And then external power can go on. And we've established electrical power, so we'll put the nav lights on. Lovely. Lovely. And there we go. Things will come to life. Things will come to life. It's very interesting that I've just realised something. It's initialised my position, as in it knows where I am at Detroit, but I've not aligned the IRS yet. I wonder if that's because I've loaded it into... When I've spawned in and it had a panel state like already running, and then I've set the cold and dark panel state afterwards. Anyway, I don't know, whatever. Whatever. So that click spot is triggering. There we go. Right. Who thought that this was a good place for the IRS switches right next to the parking brake? Can you imagine if you pull up the parking brake and you accidentally knock off IRS switch 1? You'd look like a right tool, wouldn't you? Anyway, yeah. Cool, right, there we go. We'll put the IRSs in. Yeah, I'm sure somebody's done that before. Is the MD-11 compatible for MSFS 2024? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Will they fix the graphics in MSFS? Aviation Man, you're going to need to be a little bit more specific than that, mate. Sorry. You're going to be... I don't quite understand what the question entails with just that. Let me know what you're looking for some answers on, and I'll try and help. Evat's here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Right, so battery switch on. AC switches on. Generator switches are all in auto. Nav lights are on. Bleed valve goes to auto. Apparently, no, bleed valve goes... Wait, what am I looking at? I think this is automatically done. Bleed valves to auto. Ah, it's this one, yes. And then the isolation... Apparently, you just leave this alone. If it's in auto, this doesn't do anything, so we'll leave that alone. We don't need to do the APU at the moment. Good. Right. Fine. Let's go and have a peek at the flight plan then. Incarnate. Yes, we're off to Toronto. Just failed your FAA medical because I'm colorblind. Oh, Max, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Hopefully, there are other options that are going to be available to you in the aviation industry there, mate. Absolutely. Am I in 2020 or 2024? We are in 2024. This aircraft is actually built for 2020, but it does work in 2024. Right, let's have a look at the flight plan, shall we? Craig on the Twitch saying to Max over on TikTok to keep your chin up. Absolutely, there's plenty more things you can do, even if you didn't get the medical on this one. Right, let's have a look. So, here is our flight plan. We're Air Canada Flight 8776 today on the 27th. God, how is it already the 27th of March? It should be illegal for time to go this quickly. God, it should almost be illegal for someone to sub to me for that long. 82 months! Thank you so much. 82 months. For the sub for Darth Vage. That is wild. Thank you so much, my friend. Super long sub. I know. How is it almost April? Hisham! Another one. 43 months. Hello. How are you doing this? I'm good, mate. How are you? My goodness gracious me. What a legend. Both of you. I'm good. I am good. I'm all the better for seeing you, lovely folks. Thank you very much for the 43 months with the tier 1 sub for you, and Darth Vage with 82 months on the Prime now. Wow. Holy moly. Yeah, how is it almost April? Ridiculous. Right, Detroit to Toronto in Charlie Golf Zulu Juliet Victor. God, that's a mouthful of an aircraft registration for you. Zero fuel weight today, nice and light, 61.9. Takeoff weight's about 68.7, landing at 65.6 today. Cruising only at flight level 210 because it's only about a 45-minute flight. That's going to use about 3,000 pounds of fuel. We're taking 7.3 today. 22 left for departure out on the Zeta 4. And then the Nuber 6 for 24 right at Toronto is what we're going to aim for today. Only 56 passengers on board and 2,800 pounds of cargo, so not a very heavy flight whatsoever, this one. Have you had to change the batteries in the mask yet? Nope. Nope. They are, I swear to you, they are still the same set of batteries after all these years, which is just mind-boggling. Right, so if I go into flight plan and go import OFP, let's see if there we go, flight 8776, Detroit to Toronto. So if I click set payload and then head to the payload tab, it's going to have it all in kilograms. So let's change that. Pounds, there we go. So let's switch to zero fuel weight. So it should be, unfortunately it doesn't show it correct. It should be 61.9. So let's 61. Hello, can I type in there, please? Hello? Hello? I swear I could type in there the other day. Why can I not type in there? What's the fuel? The fuel should be 7,300. Oh, I know why. Maybe I need to delete it. That's why. So let's enter that. And then this should be 6. There we go. 61,900. Thank you. Lovely. Right. Let's hope that that's actually set. It says set payload in the simulator. Cool. And then we've got that fuel on board now, so we will go and put the seatbelt signs on and the no smoking lights on. Arm the emergency exit lights as well. Recirc fans can go on. We'll leave everything else for the moment. Cool. Right, let's go and get GS memes to get some passengers on board. So, request boarding. Lovely. Yeah, wakey indeed. Wakey. Right, so that's going to chivvy up GSX. And then we'll go and have a look at the weather today. So, refresh the weather. Oh, interesting. So the winds are 200 degrees at, at 30. Thank you. 200 degrees at 13, gusting 26 knots. So it's a bit windy here at Detroit. 10 statute miles viz, few clouds at 6,500, broken at 10,000, and overcast up to 25,000 feet today. So we're going to be staying below that. Temperature 14, dew point -1, and the altimeter setting today 3019. 3019. So I need to set this across to inches. The sim is showing 3021. So I'm going to just... Well, actually, to be fair, it's so blooming close. We might as well just set it to what the sim's got. So 3021. Cool. Packs are auto in the RJ, so you can turn them on. Yes, you are right as well. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Lovely. Good. Okay, so we've got weather, we've got weight and balance, and we've done a very initial flow on the aircraft. The only thing that I will do is just go and find out what the CTAF frequency is here and the squawk. So the squawk that Auto ATC on VATSIM is giving me is 0671. There we go. So we'll enter that in. Ah! And then what's the CTAF frequency here? .CTAF KDTW is 135.0. Don't like the scrolling sound in this thing. 1350, and we'll swing that across over there. Lovely. Hey Cam, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, 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 mate. Right, good. We'll leave that as is. That's all fine. Let's get into the CDU. We've got the latest navigation data. That's all correct. Pause in it. So we'll go next page. Grab the FMS1 position, which should be the same as these anyway. And put that into there. Even though for some reason it's already picked us up. Okay. Which is interesting. Airport, we are at Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey. Cool. Flight plan. We will go and send to the FMS. And then that's loaded into there, but we'll go back to the flight plan page and just double check it. So Detroit to Toronto, that's all correct. Flight 8776, execute. Departures and arrivals. So we're going to depart today off of runway 22 left, which is actually just behind where we are. And we are on a Zeta 4 with the Tango transition today. There we go. Zeta 4 and the Tango transition. Execute that into there, and we can see that starting to come to life. I don't know what's going on with this first waypoint here, but hey. Flying alongside you, Chewie. Hey, beautiful. Very good. Paul's come in on the TikTok. Hello, good to see you. Easier to tune the radio frequencies in the FMC. Ah, yes. That's not a bad idea. You can do so in here, right? Yeah, I always forget that this is a thing. I'll try and remember that from now on. Thank you. Okay, so that's the departures. Arrivals, then. We're going to aim for 2-4 right. No, is it 2-4 right or 2-4 left they land on in Toronto? 2-4 left, isn't it? Yes. So, ILS 2-4 left today. And it's a Nuba 6 arrival. With, excuse me, an APDAX transition. And then I'm just going to double check to see if we need that Cetra transition. See if we can find it here. Am I blind? 2-4 left. Nuba 6. That doesn't really help me. To be honest with you, we're probably going to take a heading after Saturn anyway, so I will add it in for now. Actually, no, it's got vectors, so let's go with that. Right, execute. Lovely. And then back into the flight plan page, and we'll go to legs and just double check all of this. We'll have a look at the departure properly soon, but as long as it all matches up and we've not got any discontinuities where we're not expecting them. There we go. There's the vector after Dunol, is that? Wait, where's that? Marod Deck. Oh, I see. Yes. Dunol. Correct. Yeah. Perfect. There we go. That's all correct then. Lovely. Hello, Becca, darling. You alright? I hope you had a good day at work. Right. So we've checked the flight plan. let's do the perf init page now. So, cruising altitude. Today we're at 21,000 feet. That's boarding complete. That didn't take them long. 7,300 for the fuel. 0 fuel weight. As long as it's actually got it in there. What's this all about? Why is that changed? I don't want that. I want 61.9 because that's what we asked for in the flight plan. Thank you. Right, 61.9. Was an alright day, super busy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, 61.900. There you go. At least you're done for the week now, right? Execute. Good. ISA deviation and cruise winds. We'll have a look at the flight plan for that information. So the ISA deviation is -6. -6. And the cruise winds 309 at 75. Execute that. And then we're fine with this. We'll just leave that. Cool. Right, VNAV. That's all correct. That's all correct. And that's all correct. Delightful. Okay. So we'll leave that on the VNAV page. We'll leave that on the legs page. And then I think we're going... You know you're in pounds? Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm not supposed to be. Canadians, do you do it in thingy? In kilograms? If so, I'll change it for the next one. Right, let's go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. It's almost like, I don't know. It's weird. We'll go and have a look at the departure in a moment, but yeah. Right, okay, cockpit preparation. So hydraulic pumps 1, 3B and 2 can go to auto. Hydraulic pump 3A can go on. Packs are already on. Recirc fan is already on. Windshield heating can go to low. Emergency arm switch can be armed. Engine sync switch, which is down here, can go to N1. Spoilers ground lift dump switch, which is there, can go to auto, which it already is. Thrust reverser switches can go armed. TCAS is not on at the moment. And then we'll do stab trim and Mac trim, which is down here. So stab trim, Mac trim, and then the yaw dampers. And then we just need to start the APU. We're pretty much good to go. Weirdly enough, I think. We'll do a briefing as well. So let's get the APU started. Now, I learned this from Edward, who came in my chat the other day. So we need to let the APU do its bite test, I think he said. I don't know how we know when that's done. Yeah. Orlando, thanks for the follow on the TikTok. And there we go, APU start. Cool. So we're going to get the APU going. And the packs are auto in this. Landing gear lever looks comically oversized. It is a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Right, whilst that gets itself started, let's go and have a look at some information for the Detroit airport. Detroit Wayne Metro even. What departure were we out on again? Zeta 4, weren't we? So we'll look at the taxi first. And the taxi is about as easy as you could make it. So we're parked here on the north terminal. So we are literally just going to push with our nose to the left and taxi out for Yankee 1022 left. It's about as simple of a taxi you could get. So we're not going to see much of the Detroit airport. I always forget how big this airport is. It's got 6 blooming runways. But yes, we're not going to see a tremendous amount of it today because it's such a short taxi. But that's what they're using in real life, and this is where they parked in real life. The departure out then. So, can I see what the actual procedure is? Is it written anywhere? So 22 left. It's straight out and then a left-hand turn direct forwards above 4,000. Corv below 7,000. Then Firebird, Dingle, Flocker, Zeta. And then we are out via... I can't remember. I think, is it Tanko or somewhere? I think it's Tanko. Oh yeah, Tanko transition for use by Toronto area arrivals only. So there you go. Cool. So, right-hand turn out after departure. Now, we've got Corv below 7,000, so I'm going to set that into the altitude window. So 7,000 into there. And then we're going to takeoff performance as well. That's the only other thing we haven't done. So takeoff and landing. That is giving us a flex of 48 today. Flex of 48. And there are our speeds. 134, 136, and 147. So we'll set all of those. And, oh, where do we set the flex again? What page is it on? There. I knew it was somewhere. See, I'm getting better at remembering this. The only other thing that I've forgotten to do that I can remember is set up the advisory VNAV thing on my display, which is in page... No. Oh, that's a helpful page, but that's not what I wanted. Uh-oh. There. VNAV on the left-hand side. And we're going to take airports off there as well. I'm getting better at remembering these things, slowly but surely. Cool, so we'll put that back to VNAV. So we've got speeds with V2 set in magenta, 7,000 into there. If I press that, oh, it might be better to do that after engine start. Let's try that again. Yeah, we'll do that after engine start. We'll try that. You'll learn it just in time to not fly it again. Nah, well, hopefully not. I'm hoping that's not the case. Good, right. I think we're almost ready to go then. So APU is on. External power can go. Fuel boost pump switches can go on now. And we'll go and call GSX. Are the sensitivity curves posted somewhere? I've gone very quickly off of what your Sim CFI has got on his YouTube channel. Although I've had to slightly change it because was shown in 2020 and I'm in 2024. How long is the flight time? Oh, only about 45 minutes. So it's about 45 minutes for the first flight and then about an hour and 5 minutes or so for the second one. Chase is saying Detroit is your home base. Hey, nice. It's a cloudy day in Detroit. Right, so let's go and close the doors up on the aircraft. So, close, 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 close. Ground power can be disconnected. Wheel chocks can be removed. Beacon light can go on. We will squawk mode Charlie on VATSIM, which is done there. And I'll just make sure. Yeah, I'm squawking mode Charlie. I'm so happy that I'm actually remembering some things in this aircraft. I'm hoping that I don't need to use this checklist thing that I've got for it much. Okay. We're ready for engine start. We're ready to get this show on the road then. So apparently another thing that is very common in the CRJ is that you press the stat button and it gets rid of all the white messages on there. You don't need those open. So we're going to go nose left, facing northeast on taxi lane echo.
Release parking brakes, please.
Cool. We should be on the correct frequency. Detroit traffic. Jazz Air 776, stand Delta 26 on the north terminal. Push and start onto taxi lane echo with nose to the left facing northeast. Did I get that call sign wrong? Is it Jazz Air? Sorry, I've not flown with Jazz for ages, and I was halfway through my call when I realised that I didn't know what the call sign was. So, let's go. We will release the parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
And we'll get it started. That's what they call boxing the messages. Yeah, that's what I was watching Your Sim CFI's YouTube video, and that was it. That was the term he used, boxing the messages. I quite like that term. Oh, is it livery select? Oh, interesting, Cans. Is it a mod, like, with a third-party aircraft, or what? If you're on CTAF, no one is listening anyways. Well, that's not my fault. That's their fault.
2933.
See, there is somebody listening.
Back off Delta 32, spot 7.
Oh, is there somebody over there? Oh, hello there. Oh, it's an Embraer as well. Nice. We've got all the little regional jets today. Right, let's start left engine first. Starting left engine, and we're looking for 20% N2. Good. I'm hoping we have some nice flights in this thing today like we did last week. Not last week, on Tuesday even. Right, there's 19 and 20%. In goes the fuel. Make sure it's at idle. There we go. I never tried the Boris sound pack for this aircraft, so I'm looking forward to when that gets updated for the V2 version, and then we'll use that. Sound pack is phenomenal, yeah. I'm not surprised. Cool.
Please set parking brakes.
Okay, so parking brakes are set.
Locking gear.
And we got a stable start on engine number 1, so starting number 2.
447, pushing off of Alpha 6 will be face to the north on Uniform 9, Detroit.
Another Detroit. So same with this engine. So no day fix the stuck flight controls on the 737. Oh, okay. Oh, what, on the PMDG? Oh. And goes the fuel.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Awesome.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
So what's the runway heading today? I don't actually know. I'm going to go and set a rough heading of like 220 degrees just to give us something in the range of what we're going to want, just in case anything happens after departure. Right, there we go. Tug's disconnected. Ground crew's moving out of the way. We can see they've got the bypass pin. Bye. Give them a little wave. Got to be polite. 216. Cool, thank you. 216, there we go, that's it. Right, 2 good engine starts. That's looking nice and stable. So, probes can go on. Anti-ice not needed. We don't need the taxi light at the moment. APU start-stop switch. And then the power. Landing elevation for the takeoff airport needs to be set. What's the elevation here? Somebody said about it being 660 or something. Is it on this chart? Don't know why we didn't set that before departure, really. Aerodrome elevation, 645. So if I go... But I'm going to have to scroll for a bit. 620... That'll do 640. Good. Hey, Jetfire, 27 months. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll set flaps to 8. Welcome back, my friend. 27 months. Hello, hello. Trim is 6.7. Oh, I bet. Happy 27 months, mate. Yeah, I can imagine it was incredibly competitive. Thank you so much, my dude. Right, Q&H is set, V-speeds are done, trim is good to go, nose wheel steering needs to be armed, and then we are ready for the taxi, everybody. Cool. Let's do this. Detroit traffic, Jazz Air 776, taxiing to Yankee 10, holding point 22 left, Detroit. So taxi lights on, parking brake released. Landing elevation for arrival airport, not departing airport. But what if I need to return here? I guess it's only a 45-minute flight, so the chances of that are slim. But would you not want to set the landing elevation for your departure airport on departure in case you needed to return back here? And then when we're in the cruise towards Toronto and it's obvious that we're not going to be returning back here, then you set your arrival airfield. If not, I'll just set Toronto in straight away. That's what the emergency depress is for on the QRC. Okay, cool. Right, so we need to find out what Toronto's is then. Can I find it in here?
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
Well, you're not wrong. We're not far off.
54, 47, taxi uniform 9, uniform.
I'll look at that in the cruise, can I? Right, is this guy going to wait for us? Technically, we should wait for him, because he's on our right. Isn't that the way that this works? Are we waiting for each other? I think to the American Eagle Embraer on our left, we're both being polite to each other here. You've got right away on the right, so you're welcome to go first for Yankee 10.
Copy that. I'll go ahead.
I think that's correct. You don't expect to return, so you set the destination. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Why isn't it being handled by the aircraft? I've got no idea. Is the Aerosoft CRJ on MSFS 2024 right now? So this is the V2 version, which does work in MSFS 2024, Chase, yeah. This V2 version is releasing publicly next Tuesday. Unless they delay it again. It was supposed to come out on this Tuesday, but then they delayed it. And now it's coming out next Tuesday. And it will be a free update for both 2020 and 2024. It's designed to work in 2020. Like, the V2 update was built for 2020, but it works I'm in 2024. The CRJ is not a native aircraft for 2024 as this A350 is. That's correct. But as you can see, it functions all right. Yeah. And Detroit traffic. Jazz Air 776 via Yankee 10 lining up runway 22 left. We'll leave a couple of minutes spacing for the preceding aircraft. Cool. Just because I think they're going to the same place as us, we'll leave them a moment spacing. It's weird that it's not drawn the line there to Ford's. Right, lights on. TCAS is already on. Strobe lights are on. And then the fuel crossflow auto override, it says, goes manual. Transponder is on, TCAS is on, anti-ice is not needed. Autopilot's fine, we need to do TO on there, don't we? So that we get the TO in green, which is what is active, if I got that correctly. ATC source is set to FMS1, so that's correct. CAS, we've got no warnings on there. Cool. Okay, then. We're just going to give it a moment then for the preceding aircraft that's just departed ahead of us, and then we'll get this show on the road. Nicholas, thanks for the follow on TikTok. The V1 version works in 2024 with some rare WASM crashes. Yeah, I think it's the same with this. Yeah, Jamie had a WASM crash in this in 2024 as well. So, there you go. Oh, look, there's a Delta A350 over there. That's pleasing. I've still not done a Delta A350 flight in MSFS. Right, I'm going to pause the alerts for the takeoff roll. So, we're going to set about 70% N1, I think, is what your Sim CFI said. Then set Toga D10, B1 rotate, gear up, speed, then nav. It's the basic flow. So let's go with that. Right, here we go then. Is there recommended curves? Have a look at your Sim CFI's YouTube channel. I can link it later. He's got a YouTube video with what his curves are. I followed those, so I'm about to find out for the first time if they're any better. Well, that'll do. We'll stay with Sable. Toga. I'm in the Toga band, but it's going for above what I've set for the N1. It's going at like 92%, not 87, which is interesting. Anyway, there's 100 knots. Now it's coming back towards that 87%, which is very interesting. Oh, and I'm not doing anything. We're not at V speeds yet. Oh no, we are at V speeds yet. I'm an idiot. Sorry, I was too busy looking at the N1 display. Positive rate, gear up. Yes, it's a lot less sensitive now.
Short traffic, Endeavour 47 cross
Okay, speed. Oh my god. Nav. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what I think about these sensitivity curves. Sorry, that was my own fault. I feel like I need to trim this thing like crazy. So there's FMS1, climb is 179. We'll go back to the climb detent now. And then we're going to make the right-hand turn. And we do need to start speeding up. So we're going to set towards 200 knots. Set flaps 1. I'm not too sure I trust that flight director because we're already climbing at a good rate as it is. Yeah, this thing is a lot less sensitive now than with the sensitivity curves that I've got in. I don't know if that's a good thing with how less sensitive it is or not, to be honest. Okay, right. Autopilot engage. Ugh. We'll increase the speed even further. What's it doing with the flight director? Hello? You okay there, aircraft? Do you need a minute? Right, flaps up. Yeah, I'm well aware about the flaps, but we weren't overspeeding them, and I was more worried about the aircraft trying to career up to the sky and not pay attention to the speed. Right, there's the altitude cap for 7,000. We're going to get rid of it. So we'll go back into speed. Climb for 250. And there we go. So we're in climb, FMS 1, speed, climb is 250, and we'll punch the altitude up to 21,000. That was interesting. It just didn't like the speed there. Sure, some pilot error. Right, okay, taxi lights off, nose lights off. I'll leave the others on for the moment. Right. Climb. So flaps are up, landing gear is up, thrust, reverser switches off. That, wait, and then the fuel crossflow auto override, that can go off. There we go, good. What is the tap? Temperature is 1, so let's get some anti-ice on. Beautiful, well, there we go. We're on our way. Sorry that I wasn't able to give you much of a view on the departure or anything like that. I was just concentrating on not slamming this bird into the ground. Yeah, we're in MSFS 2024, Noah. Vinyl, hello. Kenworth, hello. Good to see you, folks. Welcome.
Detroit traffic, Endeavour 54, 47.
Goodness me, this thing climbs.
Two right.
Okay, speed's going up to 290 knots. And we'll go match heading in a moment as well. CRJ is already working. We are in the V2 aircraft of the CRJ, which is pre-released right now and is working in 2024, yeah. Gonna have a look outside, shall we? There's the airport behind us. Yeah, I wouldn't say that was my best flown departure, but you've obviously got quite a lot to do in this thing. Keeps you busy. And this is only my second flight in this aircraft in about 3.5 years, so I think we're doing okay considering. It's just very interesting with the flight director. As the autopilot disengaged again, it's like sometimes when I go into an outside view, the autopilot just disengages. I don't even have my hand anywhere near the flight controls. Got to keep an eye out for that. Did that the other day to us, didn't it? This is the CRJ 900. This is the CRJ 900, this one. How do you get the pre-release? Aerosoft sent it across. I'm a media partner with Aerosoft.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
But this thing releases next Tuesday. We are now serving sandwiches. How lovely. Good evening, Electrolyte. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, sir. Right, okay. Is the autopilot disconnected again? No. What's going on with the flight director then? Look at this. Oh, it's because we've got 67 knot crosswind. That will be why. That will be why. And I certainly don't need the cowl anti-ice on anymore. Right, 18,000 feet. We're going to set standard. And yeah, we're only going up to 21,000 today, as per the real thing. Who have we got? It is Deep Blue. Hello, mate. 52 months. Goodness gracious me. Another one. Another one. Thank you so much. My goodness gracious me. I appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 52-month sub. You join us on our way to Toronto, which I'm very much looking forward to landing into. Another one, Mr. Speedbird, 13 months. Hello, hello, hello. There's one to go. Alt cap. I've got no idea what to do in terms of the speed at this altitude. Hello. Oh, wow. What a feel. Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? What a feeling, though, eh? What a feeling, mate. Congratulations. It's very weird. I remember it like it was yesterday, the day when I had my last class at university. Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday, mate. 290 on the speed, then Mach 77 once it switches over to Mach. Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere near that, though, because we're only going to 21,000. So should we aim for 300 knots just because we're not going anywhere near... thingy. We'll go for that, shall we? Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, 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 cheers. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Very weird feeling. Right, let's go and release the plebs. No smoking light off. Sorry, no smoking light off. That's not a fun day. Seatbelt sign off even. And we'll put a bit of music in. Now, this isn't going to be a very long flight, this one. So, we will, we'll get stuff set up for the arrival pretty quickly. Oh, nice Welsh Dad. Enjoy it. What was your major? My major was in the weirdest subject in the world that loads of people are going to judge me on. My degree was in something called, vocal and choral studies. And you're all like, oh my god, what a wishy-washy degree. Essentially, it was anything to do with the human voice. So loads of stuff like speech and language therapy and those kind of things. Right, I am going to go and get some stuff in for... Because before all this whole streaming and flight sim, I was going to go and be a speech and language therapist. That was what my goal was to do. Right, we're going for an ILS 24 left. Hello there. Why am I getting... Okay, that's fine. And then I would quite like the APC as well, I think. Lovely. Okay, cool. Right, so let's... I love this chart thing on here. I seriously love this EFB so much. I need to explore it more and do more with it, but yeah. Right, so ILS 24 left. It's 111905. And I'm going to put that in on the other side as well. 111905. The minima for the approach are 750. Oh my god, I'm going to be here forever. Will this be on Xbox? I don't know. I don't know. Good question. I imagine there's a good chance it might be, but I don't know for sure. Just keeping an eye on our speed. Alex, thanks so much for the follow on the TikTok. Thank you, mate. Look at the OFP. The point after top of climb should have cruise. Use the FMC can input the ident for the ILS. Oh, can you? Oh, what? On the nav page? On the radio page? I told you I would forget to use it. What did I say the minimum was? 750. I told you that I would forget to use it. I don't think song requests are up. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Right, 750 for the MDA. We've got the ILS in... Yeah, 111905. That's correct. And it should do the course for us. So that's all good. What else do I need to do? Let me just watch those speeds. I swear there's something else I need to do. What am I forgetting? I've put the arrival in. We need to have a look at descent and advisory VNAV and everything shortly as well. Is there anything else I need to do? Hey Miranda, how are you? Welcome in, my friend. Hello, hello. I think we're pretty good. Try the ident code for the ILS. Oh, can you literally just put in the ident code? Where can I type that in then? So, India Delta Papa would it be for here? Where would I type that in? Dave, sorry, for those of you wondering, Dave is on our YouTube chat and he's just letting me know. Don't let Chewy know. What have I done now? What have I done now? It's nice and stable with the speed at the moment anyway. So could I just put in the ident on there? Wait, like that? Oh, that's put something different now. How do I like the V2? I am enjoying it so far. I'm having good fun. That's putting 110.10 if I put it on nav 2. If I put it on nav 1... Yeah, it's doing the same. 111905 is what it should be, though. So it's picking up the wrong ident, I think. Unless I'm doing it wrong. Which I probably am. You use the code I prefix. Oh, what? So it would be IDP. That's putting something else. That's putting 11070 now. So, I'll just go with the old-fashioned method of typing it in, shall I? We'll go with this. We'll go with that. Kirill, hello, how you doing? Nothing's a problem, mate. We're just learning some CRJ-isms. Right, let's have a look at the arrival and the descent itself. Altitude restrictions and everything. It's such a short flight, this one. Okay, so... We've got Rocto between 15,000 and 11,000. So what's it trying to give us on the... that page? So I think that's... Is that... Ah! Ah, there we go. So Rocto, yeah, it's got between 11 and 15. Good. So as long as we've got that in, we're fine. Where page was I on? So that's only telling me 300 feet per minute, so we're all right for the moment. Is the music a new thing on the bottom right? Oh, we added it in a couple of weeks ago? Yeah. Right, let's do a super quick briefing then. So we're arriving in on the Nuba 6 arrival via Apdax. So it's Apdax, then Nuba. Then we've got Rocto between 15,000 and 11,000 at 250 knots. So we've got to try and remember that. Then we've got Pengo. Then Bottom at 8,000 at 210 knots. So I almost actually think I really want to aim for that as a restriction. Then we go Verco, and then on the downwind leg. And then it'll be a left-hand turn for an ILS 24 left today. Altitude for that, we should get at the latest 3,000 feet, really. We could go Kirex above 2,000 there, but 3,000 should be fine, and 3,000's to go around. Course is 237 today. It's a 3-degree glide slope. Go around if we need to do it is to Petvo with a left-hand turn. We're landing 24 left, so it's a 2,700 meter runway. We should still be able to make it off Delta 4 as long as I actually remember to do manual braking. And then we'll cross 24 right, and then taxi Charlie or Delta, and we're parking up here today. I thought I'd clipped the APC, but I didn't, so let's make sure that we do that. So it'll be Charlie or Delta, and then Terminal 1 East hold over here. And yes, it's an ILS landing today. Correct. Good, so that is a super duper quick briefing. I'm going to go and check on VATSIM and see how we're doing with spacing with the aircraft ahead of us. It looks like we're pretty much exactly the same in terms of our ground speed, so that's nice. Lovely. ETA, that's a very good question. I don't know. The flight time's only 45 minutes, so it's not long. It's not long at all. I feel like I might put my advisory VNAV for Bottom at 8,000, and then we'll just see how we go for the restriction at Rocto. We'll do predictions when we're in the descent. We'll do predictions when we're in the descent. Just bring that speed back slightly. Cool! Well, we're having good fun so far. I am enjoying this aircraft, I won't lie to you. I am enjoying it. Sorry, chat with me a second. Cool. There we go. Are we already descending? No, not yet, mate. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We got a stonking wind. We're only at 21,000 feet with about a 440 knot ground speed. Love it. Could be curious how this one settles. I'm very intrigued to see how this thing lands now that I've got the new I fully envisage that we might absolutely smash this first landing because I've got a very heavy sensitivity curve on this thing. Very heavy sensitivity curve. I was watching Your Sim CFI on YouTube. And he's got some pretty heavy sensitivity curves in this aircraft, which is what he says feels realistic to him. So I've kind of tried to copy those as best as possible. But I've never played with sensitivity curves as crazy. So I'll probably flare loads and it'll go bang, but we'll see. I think we're more in danger of... why is it doing with the altitude? It's done... What is it with this aircraft and the autopilot disengaging when I go to an outside view? It keeps doing it. This is like the 3rd time it's done it on us now. Yeah, Kirill spotted it as well. Is the autopilot on? No, because the bloody thing keeps... The autopilot just keeps randomly disconnecting on us. All I do is go to like a wing view or an outside view and it does it. So annoying. So annoying. It's a CRJ. It's meant to be sensitive. Yes, but I mean, I flew this thing with a linear sensitivity curve the other day. I literally went like that with the side stick on takeoff and it went whoop. We almost tail struck it. Go and watch Tuesday's stream and watch the takeoff. Believe me, I did not move the stick much. I should have had my joystick cam on, but I did not move it much. Yeah, my landing into Stockholm was nice the other day, but that wasn't with these sensitivity curves on. So, yeah. Well, Hader, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe there is a keybind that's doing it, but it doesn't do it in any other aircraft. Yeah, it doesn't do it in any other aircraft, so I don't know. Weird. IRL, you just use your thumbs, yeah. That's what Edward said, I think, on his stream yesterday I was watching. I'm really looking forward to flying this thing into LaGuardia, though. What are they using at LaGuardia at the moment? What runway? We'll have a look in a moment, shall we? I hope we can do the Parkway visual. No need to stir the porridge. No, certainly not. Certainly not. I haven't heard this song in a while. Right, oh shoot, I need to switch across to Unicom. Does Canada use CTAF now on VATSIM? I can't remember. Does Canada use CTAF now? I can't remember. Looks to be 3-1. Oh, yes! Oh, wait. Riley says runway 4. Should we have a look on... I know what we'll have a look on. This. Approaching use runway 3-1. Yeah, buddy! RNAV X-ray runway 3-1. Let's go! That's the one we want. Yes! 04 for takeoff. 3-1 for arrival. That's what we want! Although I've not got my Tobii eye tracker connected, but that's not the end of the world. That is what we want. I almost feel like I want to put a specific restriction at Rocto, but we'll see. It's doing really nicely with speed holding actually today, which is great. Yes for CTAF in Canada. Okay, cool. So let's do .CTAF CYYZ. 118.7. Sam's on the TikTok. Hello, mate. Super Strikes here as well. Hello, buddy. Welcome in, friends. Oh, no. Let me do it in here so I don't get shouted at in chat. 1187. Can I just do 18.7? Will that work? Oh, feels bad, man. I swear like every aircraft can do that now. Oh. Oh. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons that I could possibly click, and the aircraft is hating me for it. Hello? Oh my god, the click spot for... What is this? There we go. Oh, I just realised I'm an idiot. I've done that on the wrong side. After all of that, I've just typed it on the wrong side. Needs to be there. There we go. That's better now. Got MSFS and it's amazing. Hey, nice, Sam. Enjoy it. Need to resub it. Can't at the moment. Hospital waiting for... Oh, whoa. Well, that's huge. Congratulations, Super Strike. Hope you are well, mate. I'm good. Wow, that's amazing, dude. Best of luck. I hope mum and baby are healthy and all goes all right, matey. Brian, I actually start airline training this year. Oh my god. Wow, that is wild, dude. Congrats. I hope it all goes well, Brian. That's amazing, mate. That really is. Chat, I definitely feel like we should be descending. I definitely feel like we should be. Oh, actually, no, maybe not. We're only at 21,000 feet. What the hell am I talking about? Oh my god, there's more! Andrew, 40 months! I keep forgetting that we're only at 21,000 feet. Hey, Andrew, 40 months, another tier 1. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. That's super, super, super kind of you. Very generous indeed. I hope you're well, matey. Thank you. Goodness me. Yeah, Brian, hope you enjoy the CRJ, mate. That's very exciting. Yeah, Rovers, how you doing? I'm good to see you. They are doing a V2. It releases next Tuesday. Yeah, releases next Tuesday. Right, we do need to get ready for top of descent, so I'm going to put 11,000 into here. We haven't checked the weather into Toronto yet. That's the only thing we've not done. Right, it's pretty much there. Let's get going. So let's go vertical speed. Let's go 1800. Let's watch the throttles. And actually, I'm going to aim for speed 290 because that's what the descent profile in the CDU is based off of. So, weather into Toronto. The weather is 230 degrees at 60 knots, so straight down the runway, although it is variable from 190 to 250 degrees. 15 statute miles, broken at 23,000, temperature 10, dew point -8, and the altimeter is 3014. Cool. The only other thing to remember is that we actually need to slow down for 250 knots, don't we? I forgot about that. There's a speed restriction here. Silly me. Oh, that's right, we got room. But we'll start to make our way back there now. Cool. Lovely. Right, we're looking good then. So, 3014 for the altimeter. Cool. You'll want to program the RNAV X-ray 31 via JSU. Yeah, we'll worry about that for the second flight. Thank you, mate. Have to memorize the limitations of some of the QRH items for baiting for the CRJ before class starts. Jumping on it now. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Right. Okay. So 3014. We'll go and set that over here as well, I guess. And on the standby, I should be a good boy and put it on there. 3014. Okay. Cool, right. Speed's coming back nicely for Rocto at 250. I'll add a little bit of power in because you've still got a while to go, actually. And we should be fine with the altitude restriction there as well. Lovely. Coming via JC flies you down the Hudson River. Fit. That'll be good then. Right, let's do predictions now because it is not going to be long before we land. It is not going to be long. So as normal, 250 FPM or more for the landing rate. What do you reckon it's going to be? I'm really enjoying this aircraft. I'm going to say it. Right, seatbelt signs can go on as well. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm actually really enjoying flying it. Hopefully with the Boris sound pack and with any future updates that they do for it with V2 as well, it'll be good. Roger that, Roberticus. Wish me luck. Oh, they're landing on 2.9 at Newark. I've done that approach before and it was awesome. Yeah, the visual approach into Newark 2.5 is sick. Right, I've sped up a little bit without meaning to. I've got a top of descent marker there, weirdly enough. Look at that, perfect. Between 11,000 and 15,000 at Rockto, that's going to be no problem. We're a little bit fast, but it's nothing much. I've got a Lock 1 beacon there as well. That's shown. We're actually not that far behind the aircraft ahead of us, I don't think. But we have got... We can sort that out on the arrival if we need to. Right, chat, I'm going to pause the music there. Because we've not got that long to go now and I just want to concentrate. So next restriction is bottom at 8,000. Let's chill out that descent rate because we have got loads of room to play with. So we're going to go all the way down to 8,000 there. And then we're going to put some power in for the speed. Lovely jubbly. Good. Is the ILS tuned? Yes, mate, it is. Yeah. Once I start to understand how the airplane actually works, it made it a lot more enjoyable. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's always the case. But that's the most rewarding thing in flight sim, right? It's when you... It's when you fly an aircraft that you've not flown for ages or that you've not flown for a while or that you've not flown at all and you, like, nail it for the first time with it or you... You know, start to remember some flows that you've been trying to memorize over the last few flights or something just clicked. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. When does this plane come to the MSFS 2024 marketplace? Adam asks on TikTok. I don't know at the moment, mate. We do not know. So we've got to be 210 knots at bottom as well. What a waypoint name. What a waypoint name, eh? Yeah. So, messages pings through the roof. So, yes. We don't know when it's coming out on Xbox just now. CRJ is very rewarding. You're flying the airplane from takeoff to landing, not too much automation. Yeah. That's what's cool about it. I feel like it's been ages since we've been to Toronto. I do love flying here, though. I think it's probably a good time to switch over to CTAF, isn't it? So we'll go into radio. Switch that up there. And then I'll go back into back into direct. Just to get a good idea for this. It's saying we only need 1,300 feet per minute. But I'm going to stick at 1,400 just because we're also going to slow down as well. Okay, let's go and arm the thrust reversers as well, I think, now. Make sure they're armed. Right, there's 10,000 feet. I'll stick a few lights on. Yeah, that was really good, Miku. I love that stream. There's the airport.
Front patient traffic. Brickyard 9936. turning left downwind for runway 24 left.
Okay, so they're going for the same runway as us, so we'll watch our spacing with them. So I'll tell you what, let's start to slow down for 210 now.
You guys behind me, I'm going to maintain 210 knots, 210 knots until base leg.
Cool. So we're 4 miles from there, that's fine. A little bit of other traffic elsewhere. 1,000 to go is checked. Have we got an altitude restriction after this? I'm really enjoying flying this right now. Can you tell? I'm like in my element right now. No, nothing after this. So we'll just slowly meander our way down to 3,000 feet, I think. We've got 3 miles to go. We are a touch fast. But it will go into altitude capture anyway in a moment, so that's fine. That will give us the time to slow down. Look at this view. Oh, I have got the Samsung 3D Toronto installed as well, so we'll see that. Yeah, when I'm close to the screen. Right, let's just keep an eye on things. As much as I want to look at the views, I also want to keep an eye on things. Look at that. We've done really well with the descent, I think. Looking all right. Maybe a touch fast, but it's all right. The guy was... Oh, yeah. Delta CRJ. Yeah.
Heavy, turning left.
Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, the autopilot's freaking disengaged again. CRJ, I like this plane. Stop trying to make me feel like I hate it. Why does it do this? Why does it keep disengaging the autopilot? For no apparent reason. To be fair, we're probably going to start descending anyway shortly, but... Right, let's just meander down at 1,000 feet per minute at 210 knots. And Toronto traffic. Jazz Air 776 overhead Verco for the ILS runway 24 left. We'll call turning base. Speed currently 210 knots. I feel like there might be a bind or something, but I just don't get it. It doesn't happen in any other aircraft, only in this. Right, what kind of a descent rate do I want? Let's go with a little bit heavier than that then. Is there 2 planes overhead each other there, or is that the same aircraft? Oh shit, there's about 8 million planes. There's loads of aircraft all arriving at once. That is 2 separate aircraft, chat. Okay, we're going to be extending our downwind. Dennis had a similar thing in 2024 when you used to go to external, it lost power. Ooh.
Left base, runway 24 left.
We should probably land 2-3 considering everybody is going 2-4 left, but oh well. Right, so they're turning base. They're continuing. I tell you what, we'll chill out our rate of descent because we're going to be waiting for them to turn over.
Right, Air 1805 behind Air Canada 1029er. Turning left for Iris.
There's literally 3 aircraft turning base for the approach. Right, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to match up heading. We're going to go heading select. We're going to change the nav source over to the ILS. Why is it not set in the course for me? It did that the other day. What should it be? 237?
Pearson traffic, Air Canada 1026 heavy, fully established 10-mile final for the ILS, 24 left, Toronto Pearson traffic.
Has it done it with the... It's done it with the autopilot again. This is getting ridiculous now. It's a little bit silly. Did they fix the VNAV? What do you mean? It doesn't have VNAV. Well, it has advisory VNAV. Look at all those aircraft! Yeah, we're going to extend our downwind. And Toronto Pearson traffic, Jazz Air 776. We're going to extend the downwind due to the number of traffic approaching 24 left. We'll call turning base. It's the MK Studio scenery, Brian. I ain't trying to sell you anything, History Revived, mate. I'm just flying a plane.
Toronto Paris traffic, Brickyard 9936, turn to final runway 24 left Toronto.
Oh, look at that with the Samseen City. Samseen Toronto cityscape. That looks awesome. Right, we can really chill out on this descent right now, quite frankly, and add in quite a bit of power.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until...
Toronto Pearson traffic, Air Canada 1026 heavy,
just this
5 mile
guy.
final runway 24 left.
Literally everybody's all arriving in at once. When does the update come out? It should come out next Tuesday, if all goes according to plan.
Toronto Pearson traffic, Endeavour 5447 is about 5 to the north on a right downwind for the ILS runway 23.
It's a good idea to go 2-3. It is a bit gusty as well, yeah. It's done it again! That's about 7 times today that the autopilot's disconnected. I'm going to have to check key bindings, but it doesn't do it in any other aircraft. Toronto Pearson traffic, Jazz Air 776, overhead Davno, turning base ILS 24 left. We'll call established on final. So about 330 for the heading right, to base turn. Although with the crosswind, it's actually going to push us across, so we'll go 320. And we'll start to slow it down. Let's go flaps 1. We go heading west, that should give us a 30-degree intercept. Just watch the speed. I'm scared to like go to a wing view or something. I'm just gonna go whenever I go to like a wing view or an outside view. I'm just gonna instantly look at my MCP. Apparently, according to your Sim CFI, even in real life, the best way to capture the ILS is to the best way to capture the ILS in this aircraft is to go into heading mode. Right, so we'll arm approach. Lock GS is armed. Speed constraint for flap 8 is 230, so we can take flap 8 if we really need it. There's localizer 1. This is great fun. I'm enjoying this. Chase, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Sorry if I'm murdering flying the CRJ.
Was there traffic on final for 24 right, anybody?
Nobody's on final for 24 right. I think we're all for 24 left.
Alright, thanks. Air Canada 1026, have you be crossing runway 24 right on Delta 4.
I'm a little bit worried about that plane to our right. They're flying with us, though. It's Chris, so I think... Are they going to fly into us, or are they going for 2-3? What's EDV? What the heck's the call sign for that again? And Toronto traffic. Jazz Air 776, ILS established 12 miles. Runway 24 left, speed slowing down 180 knots. Endeavour, that was it. You can see how much I fly regional jets, can't you? Okay, go around 3,000 if we need it. Oh, look at that!
Traffic Air Canada
Oh!
1026 Heavy is taxiing
Parallel
to
approach!
Terminal 1 by Delta Quebec gate 179 for Pearson traffic.
And Endeavour 5447, if you look out at your 9 o'clock off your left wing right now, you'll be able to wave and say hi.
Yeah, we planned that one pretty good, huh?
Who needs ATC? Right, glide slope's coming alive. I'm going to slow down even further because this aircraft ahead of us is not that far ahead.
I gotta say, it almost looks like the real Toronto airport with the chain of pearls coming in.
Love it. This is brilliant. Right, I need to pause the alerts for landing.
This
guy is so slow.
24 right at Delta 4. Drop Air's traffic in Denver 5447, about 7.5 mile final ILS 23 Toronto.
Let's match heading. There's glide slope capture. Go and box those messages that we don't need. I might reduce all the way, but I've just realised I've not set my V speeds for the landing. So 134. So well, we got a headwind factor. What were the winds? 16 knots. So should we take half off that then? So, well, let's go 140-ish. 142. I'm going to go all the way back to that now, just because of the traffic ahead of us. So we'll go gear down, flaps 20. Oh yes, look at that!
Toronto Fish traffic in Denver 5447, 5 mile final, runway 23, Toronto.
Okay, speed dropping back for 140 then. Flaps 45.
Correction, 1805, runway 24 left, attitude on Delta 6.
Oh, he says he's vacated. I've reduced really early. Oh, it's fine, to be honest with you. Is it okay with the glide slope? I think it is. Right, okay, so reversers are armed, landing gears down, flaps 45. All the lights are on. We are clear to land. Wish me luck, folks. Here we go. Oh, the autopilot's disconnected when I actually want it to disconnect this time. Check. Stable. Bless you. Did I just hear somebody sneeze then? Bit windy. How does it handle? I've added some major sensitivity curves in to make it not so twitchy. It definitely hand flies better than it did in V1. Righto, traffic, Jazz Air 776, short final, ILS 24 left. What's the speed? Oh my god. I don't know what I think about these sensitivity curves, you know.
Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
It was where we wanted it to be. Probably wasn't my softest. Okay, right. Reversers are green. There's 70 knots. 60 knots. Forward idle. I don't think that was my softest, so I think that'll be over 250, but to be honest with you, I'll take it. Bit windy. There we go. Welcome down. That was great fun. I really enjoyed that. With all the traffic as well. Love it. Did you get a landing rate monitor? I have one on Volanta. Beautiful. Bit stuttery. Ooh, it's very stuttery. Toronto traffic. Jazz Air 776 vacated 24 left at Delta 2, taxiing cross 24 right at Delta 2 and taxiing Charlie to the bay. Okay, cool. So there's nobody lined up trying to take off, so we'll cross. Let's go and clear up.
Toronto traffic, Endeavour 5447 vacated runway 23 on hotel, 2 taxiing hotel.
Yeah, I hope I did okay there.
Just crossing runway 15
Hope I did okay there. I'm quite happy with how we flew that, especially considering all the traffic and everything like that. Okay, so probes off. Landing lights can go off. I'll turn the strobes off once we're clear of 24 right. Don't think I need those reversers armed anymore. So welcome down. This is, of course, Fly Tampa Toronto scenery. And this is actually the first time I've flown here, I think, in MSFS 2024. Applause for a safe landing. Yeah, I think it was a safe landing. You had a bit of lag before you touched down. I didn't notice that personally, but I'll use that as an excuse because you said it. Right. Okay, good. So we're safely able to taxi in now. Strobe lights are off. So spoilers, flaps, taxi light. Right, probes, transponder. Cool, right, so that's just the APU and stuff. Right, so we need to find where we want to park. We're going up here. I think it's like stand 252. Oh, God. I don't know if it'll be on here. I hope it will be. Ah. Oh, yes. 252. Walk in, no bus. Request follow me. Right, so what entrance do we want to get into there? So we're going to go and park up here. So we want like Delta Romeo. Oh, actually, we need to switch across from Charlie to Delta then. So we'll do that at the next one. Right, let's go and get the APU started up. Hope you all enjoyed that one, folks. That was brilliant. Right, there we go. APU starting. I really enjoyed that. What a flight. And with all the traffic as well. It's brilliant. Yeah, crunchy, but all right. I agree. I agree. So that's Delta 3. Which is there. Okay, so it's next left, then... sorry, next right. So, yeah, no, next left. Then left again, Delta Romeo.
5447 cross from runway 15 left on hotel, Toronto.
Very good, Benny. Right. The only thing is this blooming issue with the autopilot keeping on disconnecting. Ah. That person looks to have pushed back where we want to go. Can we go around the corner? I guess we might have to. All right, let's go around the corner. We'll go 253 instead. Last minute change of stand. (253) or 251. Passengers are yapping away. They're judging my landing, aren't they? Oh, they've both got jetways. Oh, that's fine. Bugger it. I kind of want one that's not got a jetway. I think they all do. Hey, I need to unpause the alerts. It's Peter. Hello, mate. 79 months. Oh. The one, the only. Hello, my friend. Sorry, I forgot to unpause the alerts there. That's my fault. Thank you, bud. I love it. On baguette. Very good.
Toronto traffic, less than 119, descending through 9,000 for 4,000. We're about 8 miles from Burco, and then at Burco we'll join the downwind for 24 left Toronto traffic.
Right, here we go, 253. Taxi lights are off, APU is available and ready to go. So stick around, folks. We've got one more flight to go, and we're going to freaking LaGuardia after this. And we're going to be doing the Parkway visual for 3-1. But it's the RNAV X-ray, but it's still the visual, really, isn't it? I don't know if I trust the stop thing there. I'm pretty sure we should have stopped by now. Yes, we are at the gate. What are you talking about, you silly thing? Right, okay, so parking brake is set. Throttles with the APU on can go to the shut-off position. Shut those down.
Toronto traffic, right here at 53, terminal 3, we'll be pushing back onto lane number
Seatbelt sign can go off. Fuel boost pumps can go off. Beacon can go off. Nose wheel steering can go off. And then we'll get the transponder off as well. Just down there. There we go. We'll leave it like that. I might even leave it with the APU going. Okay, so request deboarding. And then we'll get the chocks in place. Yeah, there we have it, everyone. Welcome down to Toronto. That's a very weird... Is that person just parked there? It looks like they are. Very weird position. I feel like I'm not getting the best performance at this scenery, but hey. I'm definitely not getting the best performance at this scenery. Alright, let's go and get the GPU in, because it doesn't take long. Most empty airport. There's quite a lot of traffic though, so I don't know why. Right, external power, that's in use. There we go. APU can go. And you can hear it shut down. Lovely. There we are, flight complete. Welcome to Toronto, everyone. Beautiful. That was really good fun. Really good fun. I think it's going to ask us to open the doors ourselves by the looks of it. So let's go and open all of these. There we go. Perfecto. So let's go and have a look at the landing, shall we? Let's go and review the flight. So there we go. So we had an interesting departure with the turn and everything like that out of Detroit, but we made it out and we roughly followed the SID. No problems with the actual routing itself. No problems whatsoever with us taking the downwind. You can see where the autopilot turns off there. And then capturing the ILS. Definitely advise just going into heading select and then capturing the ILS in this. Apparently it's what they do in the real thing as well. In terms of the landing itself, looks like it was nicely on the markers, although Volanta's really bugging out with me now. It's just before the markers. I think it was on the touchdown in the center line. And the landing rate was a... Oh, it wasn't that bad, actually. A 287 with a 1.06 G-force. So I'm afraid it was heavier than 250 FPM, but it was relatively close. So flight time 48 minutes, block an hour and 6. There we go. There we go. Right, so I'm afraid to those of you who said I was going to grease it, wasn't the case on this one. But that is the first time in a while, actually, where we have got above 250 FPM. So that means, holy crap, loads of people are going to get points. Well, no, 4 people are going to get loads of points. 4 people with 16% of the votes voted 80k on me being above 250 FPM. 10 people with 250,000 points are going to get lost. 84% of the votes said it was going to be softer. I'm afraid it was heavier. So that's going to mean some of you, well, 4 people are going to get an absolute huge amount of points. That one. But there we are. Right, let's go and get ourselves set up for the second flight then. We're going to head to LaGuardia next, folks. I'm not going to go to the intermission page. We'll just stay in this view. We'll just stay in this view. So we are Jazz Flight 540 now. Let's go and switch to that. I'm watching you. Cool. Here we go, switch that across on there. There. What a song, I know, right? You voted 80,000 and you got back 493,700. Well, there you go. Right, let's go and edit the flight. Yeah, no worries, B-Bird. So it's 8540 from Toronto to LaGuardia. Going to be a 2-4 right departure and a 3-1 landing. Harp 4 looks correct. What's the altitude? 27,000. This. Do they use? Is it kilograms? I went for pounds for the first flight. Was that a mistake? Should I be on should I be on kilograms for a Canadian airline? Okay, it is. Cool. My bad. My bad. Oh, Singapore to San Francisco flight's doing well. Nice. 58 minutes. It'll probably be a little bit longer than that because of the approach into LaGuardia, but yeah, it's fine. Right, plan a flight. Get the aircraft in. There we go. There's the routing there as well. Lovely. Is there anything else I need to do? Did I pre-file it on VATSIM? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Jazz 540. Yeah, I don't. Am I saying? I'm saying. Is it not Jazz Air? It's not Jazz Air, is it? It's just Jazz. $540. No, that one. Jazz 540. 40 isn't a thing. Right, okay. Quickest turnaround ever. We'll shut Sting up as much as we love that song. And we'll go and get ourselves set up for the second flight. So, flight plan. Import OFP. There we go. YYZ to LGA. That is correct. So, I mean, I'm going to go to this performance page and then we're just going to edit it ourselves. Oh, yeah. So we need to go back to options and put this to kilograms, don't we? There we go. So, flight plan is telling us for the second flight of the evening that we are taking 3,700 kilograms. So I need to do this first. 3,700. Enter that. And then actually let's go and get boarding going again. And we need to make sure that that's set. Which it is now. Think I'm going to join? Yeah, go for it, mate. We're going to need good spacing. All of us doing it. Since the A350 updates handled beautifully. Oh, nice. Landing was really bad. You flared too late. It can happen, though. And then we're just going to leave this and we'll come back to this and make sure that it sets later. So if we're going to have a look at the flight plan. So, again, we're Jazz Flight 540 today to LaGuardia in Golf Zulu Juliet Victor. Hey! It's a sub. It's Sanjil. Hey, buddy. Thank you. 18 months total. What a legend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back. 18 months. I hope you are well and having a good day, buddy. Thank you. Zero fuel weight, 28, just shy of 28.1 tons. Takeoff weight, just over 31.5 tons. And landing 29.8. Cruising flight level 270, expecting about, it's actually about an hour and 5 minutes flight time. We're taking 3,700 kilograms of fuel, so that should be plenty for this one. Philly's our alternate. Okay, interesting. Philly's our alternate. 2-4 right for departure out on the Kepler 3 to bumper. And then it's a Harp 4 for LaGuardia. We'll need to have a good look at the arrival to make sure we get it in correctly. And again, 56 passengers and 1.3 tons of cargo for this. Not much has changed from the last flight, really. We're going to need to make sure to enter in that zero fuel weight again, so that's fine. Okay, good. So, the initial thing of the aircraft's fine. I'm just going to go and set my transponder code as 2000. Because I've not got an auto ATC thing for it here. So we're going to set 2000. I'm silly. We'll leave that in. And then we'll go and head to the flight plan and send it to the FMS. And see what happens here. So there we go. Toronto to LaGuardia. Flight 8540. Execute. So departing. 2-4 right. Hello. Oh, don't you dare. No! We had a WASM crash! No! The flight controls are still moving. But that's buggered. Oh, no. Things are still moving. It's just the CDU that's frozen. Is that... Oh, I think that is how it characterizes itself. Bugger. Alright, well... I hate WASM crashes. We'll go back to the main menu and just see if a restart of it works. I don't really want to have to restart the whole blooming sim for it. Why is everything so laggy? That's so annoying. Why did that happen? I didn't even do anything crazy. 253. Let's get it loaded back in, see if it works. We can set a panel state, hopefully. Was I doing stuff like too quickly, or what didn't it like, I wonder? Right, we'll go to a turnaround state. That seems to be working, so that's a good start. We'll just double check things. Don't think there's anything I've missed. Very weird turnaround state aircraft. Very weird turnaround state. Okay, right, all of that's fine. Go and switch to inches there. Sorry about that one, folks, but, well, not much I can do when that happens. We'll give it another go, though. Tell you what, let's just go and set the payload. We won't do GSX. So what did we want? We want 28081. I don't get how they can get this so wrong in here. And then the fuel is 3,700. Right, set that into there. There we go. Right, so we're just going to ignore GSX. Right, we're going to have to do... Actually, no, it looks like it's got our position, so that's fine. So let's go flight plan, send to FMS. Hello? Oh, really? Is it done it again? It's WASM'd again. Seriously? One more attempt. If it doesn't work, then we're going to go and cry in a corner. I remember one thing with the Aerosoft CRJ V1 is that I never did back-to-back flights with it. I'm worried if that's the case with this. I am worried if that is the case with this. We're going to have one last go with it. I wonder if it's something to do with the flight plan. But I don't want to cry in a corner. Neither do I. I want to fly to LaGuardia. That's what the whole stream is about today. If not, we'll have to do it again another day. What's the time now? 8 o'clock. God, how is it already 8 o'clock? I swear to God. What if I go to the ready to start thing? Let's go aircraft ready for startup. And try and get that loaded in. you want to get the electrical power? Do you want to get the external power in first, mate? Just so that we've actually got something there, yeah? Right, third and final attempt. Chat, if it keeps WASM crashing, I'm going to be out of options. Right. So that was 28.0. And that was 3,700. Hey, Chocolate! Thank you very much for the 12-month sub. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you for the 12 months. Sorry that we're experiencing some issues. I could try and type in the flight plan manually and see if that helps. Chocolate. Love it. Thank you very much, mate. Should we try and type in the flight plan manually? See if that works. Right. Oh, God. Now I've got to actually type the route in there. That's the pain. So, bumper, BMPAH to Avon. Oh, I just clicked Microsoft Copilot. That's not what I want. Then direct Ordil. And then direct Romeo Kilo Alpha. Execute. Departures and arrivals. Right, this is where we had one earlier. 24 right. That's a better start. And we are out on a Hepta 3. Bumper. Better. And then arriving into LaGuardia, it's going to be an RNAV X-ray, runway 31. And then it's a Harp 4 via RKA. Now, what should the transition be into LaGuardia? That's the question. JC. I don't have that as an option. I've only got Greg or Varaz. Yeah, Greg is what it actually is, isn't it? A hell of a long arrival. Right, execute. Legs page. So it's a vector departure to Savert, then en route. Fine. There's Harp. Ah, yeah. Ah, yes. Because then we have this where it all gets confusing, don't we? God. Let's go into here and get rid of all of those. Uh-oh. Why is it not giving me any arrivals? Oh, thank you. Up 4. So, I think we go like crap. Where's Greg? Is it like Crowley? Oh God, I don't even know. Crowley direct Zarid would probably work. I think. Stop for a sausage roll. Not what they do. Right, we'll worry about that later. So perf in it. Cruising at 27,000. Fuel is 3,700. Zero fuel weight is 28,081. Execute. The ISA deviation is -9. And the wind component is 311 at 56. So we're going to have a stonking tailwind. Execute that. VNav, that's all correct. That's all correct. That's all correct. So we'll leave that on the VNav climb page. Leave that on the legs page. And then we'll get back to Toronto charts. Oh, I'm going in via... Okay, I get it. I get the joke now. That's terrible. I get the joke now. Right, it was a Kepler 3 departure. I don't know what the initial climb is. Oh, initial climb... Oh, well, it's basically straight out on heading 237 until above 1,000 feet and then a left turn direct Saveur. I'm just going to go 10,000, which is already what's set. And then we'll put the heading as 237. Don't know why I'm scrolling this way, but hey. Scroll, 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 scroll. There we go. Good. Right. Okie dokie then. So that's the flight planning. Performance. Why does it keep changing the zero fuel weight in this bloody aircraft? How many times do you need to type this in? I swear to God. It just has a mind of its own. Oh, and now somebody spawned on my stand. Nice. Go and set the figures for takeoff. There we go. Make sure that we're back on the local pressure. We're getting there now, folks. We're getting there again. After the slight faff earlier. Okay, good. Right. Let's get ready to go then. Can whoever's just spawned on my stand please move? Thank you. It's like they heard me. Is the parking brake set? Let's go and check that. Yes, it is. Right, so packs are on. Recirc fan is on. Windshield heating can go to low. Emergency exit lights are armed. Ground engine sync switch can go to N1. Anti-skid switch should be armed already, but I'll double check it. Where is it? Somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, anti-skid switch is armed. Oh no, that's thrust. Yeah, no, thrust reversers. TCAS will go and turn on as well. Which it actually already is. And then it was 1187, wasn't it? Ah! (1187) for here. TCAS, backup com, yeah. Stab trim, we'll do that as well. So stab trim, back trim, and the yaw dampers. Beacon can go on. Fuel boost pumps can go on. Okay, we're actually ready to go. Box those messages. Right, let's see if she behaves herself. So prepare for pushback and departure. Good. So yeah, straight out to 1,000 feet. Left turn vectors to Savur. So we're going to go, I think, no, we'll go heading initially. And then the taxi out of here,
We are ready for pushback.
we're going to go out on, well, to be honest with you, we'll just go straight across. Go straight to Delta 5. We should be fine. So a very short taxi once again. Right, we're ready to go. It's an Air Canada.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
That was so weird with those WASM crashes, but luckily just importing it, well, typing it in manually worked.
Locking gear.
Hey, Paola, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Hello, mate. Right, we want our tail to the no. Tail to the north.
Release parking brakes, please.
Toronto Pearson traffic, Jazz 540, stand 253, push and start, nose to the left. Tough day at work, but better now. Just go. Oh, well, I'm sorry it was a tough day at work, mate. I hope you're well.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Used to do. Oh, you use EMS. Ah, I did not know that.
Toronto Pearson traffic, Endeavour 5306, Bravo 7 Delta pushing tail west onto lane 1. Toronto.
Nelly on TikTok asks, where are we going? We're heading to LaGuardia today. Few interesting calls there, yeah. There's one on Air Canada Embraer. Ooh. From Denver? No, from Toronto.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake set. Line number 2. Hello, Daisy Cat.
Unlocking gear.
Right. Oh.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Daisy. Okay, probe heat's on. Anti-ice not needed. APU off. Oh, I forgot to do the landing elevation earlier, but who cares? Flaps 8. Autopilot set. QH is set. Ah, Thomas, thank you for 6 years. That's very kind of you, mate. Thank you. Trim is 6.6. Thank you so much, Thomas. That's amazing that people are still supporting the channel. Thank you, mate. That's 6 years. Happy. It's a 6-year anniversary. That's what it is, mate. Dude, I love you. Thank you so much. That really means the world. Hope you're well, matey. Thank you for the 6 years. I hope you are doing well. Daisy Cat, hello. There's a cat at the door trying to bug me. Alright, nose or steering switch is armed. That's armed. Let's go. Ronald Pearson traffic. Jazz 540 taxiing Delta 5 straight across for holding point 24 right.
And Canada 700, you'll be pushing back and
Cool. Thought 6 years was 74 months. Yeah, I always get confused between them, I won't lie. Are we departing Toronto? Yes, indeed we are. Indeed we are. Okay, so that needs to go to manual. Transponder is on. I'm gonna go straight across here.
Strong traffic, Brickyard 4382, taking off runway 23 departing to the east. Toronto.
Okay, they're going out to the east as well, so we should really wait for them. Pass, we've got no warnings. Takeoff config's okay. Flight direct to takeoff button set. Ronald Pearson traffic, Jazz 540, lining up 24 right here, Delta 5 will hold 2 minutes for the takeoff. So we've only lost that much runway length. I think we'll be alright. What's SID? It's a Kepler 3 SID. So it's straight out to 1,000 feet. And then it'll be turn direct Saver. But we're just going to hold here for a moment because there's other traffic.
Toronto Pierce traffic, Endeavour 5306, taxi runway Alpha Hotel, runway 23, coming out of lane 1, Toronto.
What was for tea? Fish today. Fish. Right, I think we are good then. After the earlier faffs, everything seems to have sorted itself out. Lovely jubbly. Right, so I will get myself ready to go. I think that bot's a bit wonky. Oh, Polo, just do exclamation mark remove. The song requests are through Spotify now, not through YouTube. Yeah, so that'll be why, mate.
Traffic.
How it picked it up from that, though, I don't even know.
3200, turn southbound, Toronto.
I wonder if we actually want to go direct Secit. Toronto Pearson traffic, Jazz 540, departing 24 right, Kepler 3 departure. Stable. it's Toga. Through 80 knots. Rotate. Oh, it still feels really sensitive when you get to a certain point with this profile. Right, positive rate, gear up. Heading. Speed. Okay, come back to climb now. Speed 200 knots. I'm going to go autopilot engage. I'm only going to do that when it's actually near the flight directors though, because otherwise it's going to cry. Almost like it's something to do with the trim. Flaps 1. Autopilot engage. Keep the speed coming up. We're not going to have much spacing with this guy. What can you do? Flap 0. Okay. That and that. Cross reversers. And then we'll go legs, direct Sava, execute, and then we will go nav. Where's it taking me? Cool, there we go. Yeah, it feels like it's going to drop back. Well, it's weird, I don't know. So we're going up to 27,000, so we'll go and set that in, and then we're going to have a look outside. I feel like I need to majorly trim nose down after takeoff. Yeah, the autopilot's always been very squirrely in this thing. I don't think they've done much to it, or if they have, I've not noticed much of a difference with it. Beautiful day to fly, yeah, so it is. So it is. Can we see much of the city? Oh, there it is. Lovely. Yeah, we've basically got no spacing with the aircraft ahead of us. Whoops. Right, so is it going to make the turn now? What's it doing? I've literally got no idea what this aircraft is doing. It's not done the... I know what it's done. The autopilot's disengaged again. Holy shit, aircraft. Oh my god. This is getting ridiculous. Hey, Jerwin, you're not ridiculous, though, because you are back for 26 months. Thank you very much, mate. Sorry, we're just having a shout at the Aerosoft, which just seems to constantly disconnect the autopilot. I feel like it's something to do with that view. Or that view. Yes, it is. It's that view. It's that back left-hand wing view. That's what's doing it. Yeah, correct. You're right. You are right. That's what it's doing. Thank you very much indeed, JBS, for the 200-bit cheer. That's very kind of you, mate. Sorry, I'm just shouting at the aircraft. Right, let's execute a direct to Rick M then. And then go nav. It's right, so it's that back left-hand wing view. If I do this view, it should be all right. It's something to do with number 8 on my... No, apparently not even that. No. Oh, my God. Apparently even that doesn't work. Okay, alright then, aircraft, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Right, so we're clearing ourselves up to 27,000 FMS1. It's a shame, because that is the view that we're going to want out the window looking at New York. I mean, I don't know if it's a key binding issue, but it literally doesn't happen with any other aircraft in the sim. So it's really weird. But hey ho, we are at least climbing out and we're on our way. We'll just keep a close eye on it. Right, we got some songs requested in, so I should play those.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
We are now serving sandwiches, it says.
Toronto person, Air Canada 601, we're turning left to be on final runway 24 left.
Right, there we go. Definitely a bug. Does it do it every custom view? No. No, it doesn't. Right, let's go and set standard on the QNH. There we go. Lovely. Right, there we are then. Very weird, isn't it? Very weird. So what did the real one do in terms of its flight? It looks like it did very similar to us. Single coil, thanks for the follow. So I'm just trying to work out about the direct that we want to do. Let's get rid of all the stuff for Toronto because we're not going to need that anymore. So it's the Harp 4 arrival. I think we go from Crowley. The problem with this arrival is that you just spend about 8 years down at a very low altitude. Because it's base, Basie, whatever it is, expect 8,000. So we go, I think we go Crowley direct to... Well, I'd even be tempted to go direct Vader. Place the fix you want to go direct to in the second magenta line. Really? What's that? Oh, I see why. I see your point, not the top of it, because this shows your last waypoint, and then that's the point that you're to. Yeah, got you. Yeah. Sorry, that's a Boeing-ism, isn't it? That's a Boeing-ism. What runway are we landing? I think we're doing the RNAV X-ray runway 31, where it's basically the Parkway visual. Which is actually, it's a beautiful one, but it's a hell of a long arrival. So, well, I mean, because look, there's Greg at 4,000. So we're going to be sat at 4,000 for, oh God, how long? 17, 25, 40, 44, 54... About 50 or so miles, you're just sat at 4,000 feet. That's wild. If we do the transition to Greg. I don't know where in relation Harp is to Greg though, or Crowley is to Greg. Did I see on here? If I go into the format and then look down the legs page, can I have a look? What the heck is the legs page doing? Oh, I see. Right, so Greg is there. Ugh. Oh yeah, no, okay, so if Crowley's there, we're going to go direct to Vader. So we're going to go Crowley direct Vader. So for those of you who are flying with, that's the plan. Crowley direct Vader and then on to the arrival. Most of the time they cut the tail off that approach. Yeah. Right, speed's gonna go to 300. So let's program that in now. So Crowley direct Vader then. That's what I'm gonna do. No, let's tell you what, let's go and put that back on there. We've got no space with the aircraft in front. I'm an idiot. Hello, speed. Just over here. Let me dance with it just for that. Oh my god, our ground speed's 540 knots. Love it. Hey, Hoaska! 81 months. Thank you very much. Another sub. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate that a lot. The fact that there are still people supporting here. I know the view count's very low today, so it's very, very, very quiet in the chat. But the fact that there are still people here supporting the channel and still subbing for 81 months, that means the world. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So maybe they just give them vectors to follow the Hudson down to 4,000. Okay. Well, I'm just going to do Crowley direct to Vader because of... going to be a lot easier, I think, just with other traffic around. Like that. There we go. So Crowley direct Vader. So then what we actually want to do is base... Oh shit, no. Base we want to be at 8,000, it says. Didn't it? Yeah, Kieran, I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. I don't know what happened on Tuesday. My voice just went crazy. See you later, Riley. Have a good one, mate. Yeah, my throat hurt so much and my voice was all over the place. But yeah, feels okay now. I don't know why it's not got the top of descent there. And...
Hey, what's your planned Mach speed at cruise?
Back to 5. Decimal 65, sir. Come in, roll back to speed. But the 700.
I'm going to go back to... Oh no, I'll just leave it to where we are. How goes the CRJ? We've had 2 WASM crashes, unfortunately.
Yeah, we should be good.
But it was in the turnaround, so we were able to mitigate it with just quick restarts.
So higher than us, so we'll figure it out once we get cruise.
View count doesn't bother me. Got me. No, oh, thank you, Speedbird. That really means a lot. Thank you, mate. I don't normally worry about view count. It's not something that normally worries me, but I do get a little bit worried when it's. I don't think I've ever had it as low as it is, so that worries me that people are starting to not enjoy the streams anymore. Even though I know you folks who are in here day in, day out are in here day in, day out, and that means the world to me. It does worry me if other people are starting to not enjoy the streams anymore, and maybe if things are starting to kind of close out, if that makes sense, but I hope not. Unfortunately, that's the kind of things that trick your mind when you look at those kind of things, which I know I shouldn't. Right, so basically at 8,000 then is what we're going to go with. So that's there. Cool, good. On the iPad while cooking, nice. You usually go on there on a rare occasion just because how much the approaches and vectors are. Yeah, I don't blame you. Moz, hope it goes alright, mate. It goes alright. The memes and the
So I'll let you know
streams.
if you
Oh
can, speed it
yes.
up. Roger, thank you.
Oh yes. The memes.
And Toronto Pearson, Air Canada 61 crossing.
Well, no, JBS. Even I mean, like, I had more viewers streaming City Skyline the other day, so it's something else. I think it's. I worry that it's me. I feel like it is. Right. What did I want to do? I wanted to have a look at the arrival. So, oh, I don't need to put in an RM. I don't need to put in an ILS frequency, of course, do I? We will put in the minima though. This thing's bouncing all over the shop. Right, it's 1160 then, the minima. That's going to take ages to scroll to. Oh my god, that's going to take so long. CTD and toolbar, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. Oh, well, I mean, in kind of that's not changed. I mean, like, that's been the case for over a year and a half now. So I don't think it's that. I don't think I can blame it on the start time. I feel like I'm getting boring. Oh, let's roll this back a bit. What did I say the minimum was? 1160. Good. So let's stick that in. Oh, what a song. That's why it's a beta. I reported my findings. Yeah, awesome, mate. That's the best thing to do, bud. I love this song. Who requested this? This is a top song request. Oh, it was Cans. I'm going to turn up in my own ears. Oh my god, this is taking so long to scroll. This is one of my favourite pieces of music. Oh, is it gone? Oh, it's gone. Oh, well, that's the end of that then. It was short-lived, but it was very nice whilst it lasted. Okay, good. So what else do I need to do from there? We put the minima in, that's fine. So that's good, we can leave that as is. And then, what else do we want to do? Don't think there's much else we need to do. We could brief the arrival, I guess. Right to the very heart of it. Is there any other restrictions? I don't think there are. Expect lowest usable flight level. Yeah, whatever. In a city that doesn't sleep. I think we'll just meander down. After we hit 8,000 at Basie, we'll just meander down at a low rate of descent and just enjoy the descent, I think. As long as there's nothing else going on with other traffic. It doesn't look very busy in the New York area, so we'll just meander down, I think. And then we're landing 3-1. So we'll vacate where we can. Try and get off before the runway intersection. New York, New York. And then the real one parked Concourse B here. Okay, perfect. I'm not too sure when our top of descent will be. It's doing that weird thing again. It's saying that we're going to have, what? 25 nautical miles for top of descent, for descent. 240 nautical miles to the top of descent, 264 nautical miles until we land. So that is still very much not correct.
Toronto traffic, Airbus helicopter.
Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to switch away from Toronto.
ILS G3 right, or
And then I need to find the CTAF for LaGuardia. Oh, the CTAF for LaGuardia is exactly the same as Toronto, 1187. That makes life a little bit easier then, doesn't it? Good. Walk the throttles up a bit. How's the flight been going? We had 2 WASM crashes on the turnaround, but apart from that, the aircraft's been alright. We've got this really weird thing. When if we ever go into a specific, like, wing view, the autopilot just disconnects. But I'm actually quite enjoying flying it. I said it on Tuesday's stream, like, there's nothing about this V2 update that absolutely shouts out to me that it's like, you know, like, that it is a V2 update, you know, like, there might be lots of things going on under the hood that Aerosoft and Hans have done in this aircraft since V1. I've not necessarily noticed it, but I'm having fun with it, and it's done the thing that I've wanted it to do. So yeah, it's not. It's something a bit different. I guess they'll build on it as well, yeah.
Yeah, right now it's showing us,
Hopefully so. Oh my god, we've got a 76 knot tailwind. You love to see it. We're only at Mach decimal 746 at 27,000 feet and our ground speed's over 500 knots. Nice to have it in 2024. Yeah, that's it as well. That is it as well. Definitely is. Brilliant. Well, we're on our way, folks. On our way. I don't think I've ever heard this song. I don't think I've ever heard this. I'm finding it easier to control the throttles today than I was the other day. I don't know if that's because of the lower altitude. But I'm definitely finding that easier. Bit disappointed in TFDI. I was in their Discord chatting to them earlier and I was told not to expect any updates to the MD-11 for P3D. Yeah, I mean, as much as I can understand that that's, like, annoying, like, if you're having issues with it, you've also got to look at it from the perspective of them as a business. It's evidently not sold very well if they're not expecting to be doing any updates to it and if they're not developing for it. You've got to remember that they've still not got the aircraft out in MSFS 2024. So as much as I can understand and appreciate your disappointment for not having any further updates to it for P3D, that platform in terms of its, you know, what it can do for a business perspective now for them, I think is pretty much in the bin. I think it would be very silly of them to concentrate on bringing updates out for P3D when they've not brought the aircraft out yet into the brand new 2024 sim yet. But yeah, obviously, yeah, if you are a P3D person and that's what you do, I can still understand the disappointment for it if you've got stuff that you'd like to see updated in it and everything. Absolutely, I can understand that. What's with the NYC theme? Where are we flying? We're flying to New York LaGuardia. So I think people have gotten some New York song requests. FS Labs will have the Concorde ready for MSFS 2020 and 2030. Well, they're not even doing it right now. They're doing the A321neo right now. So they're not even doing any work for the Concorde in MSFS. Well, they might be, but it's certainly not the priority. They're concentrating on the 321neo right now. Respectful conversation? Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm sure you can understand it from their perspective as well, right? I thought we were going back to Detroit. No worries. Would you recommend making the switch to 2024? I can't really answer that because that's entirely up to you. What I would recommend is if you're unsure, getting a 1 month Game Pass subscription and just giving it a go. You don't have to purchase the entirety of MSFS 2024 at full price if you want to try it because it's on Xbox and PC Game Pass. So you can give it a go with that. So I would recommend sometimes you can find like deals where you can get like a month of Game Pass for a relatively cheap price. And even if you pay for it for a month at full price, it's still not that bad at all. So get a month of Game Pass, give it a try, and see what you think from there. I'm personally in 2024 with every opportunity that I can be. The only times I go back to 2020 is when particular aircraft don't work in 2024 yet. But if an aircraft works in 2024 and I have a choice, then I would be in 2024 personally. Yeah. Fabio mutually understood each other, yeah. I wonder if the FS Labs A321neo will have any more success than the 321 CEO that they did, because you just don't see anybody streaming it or flying it. I spend 95% of my time in 2024 at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. So do I. So do I. We're actually approaching top of descent for base year 8. When the PMD 777 is in 2024, then goodbye 2020. Yeah, well, there's a few for me. The FSS 727, which actually is in 2024, but not the most recent update. So I'm waiting on that. So FSS 727 with the latest update, iFly Max, and then yeah, the PMDG stuff. Oh, and the TFDI MD11. So there's still quite a lot, to be honest with you, that's keeping me in 2020. I'm quite happy in both, you know, like I'm quite comfortable flying both, to be honest with you. But you know, if I could pick, then I'd be in 2024. I think Blackbox on YouTube is the only one who flies FS Labs. He was a beta tester for them, though. The only people I've really seen stream it are beta testers. For the CRJ, is it just a top of descent marker? So there's an advisory VNAV. I saw a top of descent marker earlier on, but it was only during the descent. So essentially, we're on the direct intercept page, and I've got a restriction at Bayesier 8,000. To be at 8,000, and so essentially when it's giving me an advisory that we should be descending about 2,000 feet per minute to reach that, that's literally it, and you just do it in vertical speed. I think there are a few CRJs that have coupled VNAV, but it's just advisory in this. So we basically just YOLO it with vertical speed. What the heck is this? BA hops in the 777-200ER from Gatwick, can't wait, yep. Absolutely. Oh yeah, there's that CSS 737. Is that only coming for 2020 or is it 2024 as well? $2020 for now with a free upgrade. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. That's a pretty good deal then, actually. Right, we're actually almost at, well, we are at top of descent. What's a little bit worrying is that the person who's flying in front of me hasn't started their descent yet. And we are about to. I don't think they've put in the Basie restriction. But that's what it said to expect, so I'm going to go for it. Oh, I hate it when that happens. This music is absolutely terrible. Like, awful, awful. Oh my god, the wind. Okay, it's straight down the runway at least, but it's going to be interesting when we're turning final. 310 degrees at 11, gusting 27. Lovely. Altimeter 3016. Siva INS, Peter says, for the Just Flight A300. Yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that a go, actually. I've not picked up the Just Flight Fokker. I just don't think I'd bring it out the hangar much. If they send it across to me to have a look at, to review, then I'd probably give it a go, but I just don't see myself flying it, to be honest. I know Kenko's been in it a few times recently, and he's been really enjoying it, but I just don't see myself flying it. I flew it once, and I did enjoy it, but yeah. Right, let's actually go 290 in the descent. Got like a low-cost Venga boys. And they already feel low-cost enough as it is, right? Now I see why Newark's landing 2.9. Yeah, right? So what altitude did they kind of do then? Yeah, oh my god, look at how low they were at 4,000 feet. Holy shit. They were at 4,000 feet there. Wait, so that was at 20... Oh my god. So they spent, well, they descended down to 3,000 there. They spent about 11 minutes at 4,000 feet. And then descended to 3,000. So, yeah. Wow. That's crazy. So they made about 1,000 feet change in 15 minutes of flight time. Ha ha ha. Codeines, thanks so much for the follow. That's very kind of you. A warm welcome in. Thank you very much. Enhanced airport graphics. Good do me. It's exactly the same sim as in free flight. They spent 40% of the flight at 4,000 feet. Yep. Welcome to New York, I guess. NSFS needs a Q400. Oh, yes. Props to Feather. That was so funny. I remember doing connected flight deck with Nicorative, and I accidentally put the props to Feather just as we were about to turn on to stand. So he like Tokyo drifted it round the corner before we lost all thrust just to try and get on stand. That was so funny. That was so funny. Two things I really like about Sim Update 2, better VRAM usage and better LOD distance. Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. This sounds like the vocals that you get on frickin' that AI music software, whatever it is. Cozy on TikTok says, gives me a short flight with the A319, like 1 hour or 45 minutes. Ooh. Whereabouts in the world do you want to fly? Whereabouts in the world do you want to fly? Nicktoon, thanks so much for the follow as well. Thank you. I remember when you had an engine failure right after rotation. Engine failure after rotation? Did I ever have an engine failure after rotation? I think me and Nicorative did an engine failure at cruise. No. Am I on VATSIM or IVAO? I am on VATSIM. And Fantastic. Eric, thank you for the follow as well. Sorry. Right, altimeter, what was it? 3016. So base here 8,000, we're descending pretty quickly for. Brazil. Oh. Oh, what flight did we do the other day that was nice? We did SBFI to Sao Paulo, SBGR. We did that in the A319 literally just the other day, and that was a really nice flight, Cozy. So Sierra Bravo Foxtrot India, I think it's Cataratas to Sao Paulo SBGR, LATAM A319. I literally did that flight the other day. It was brilliant. Yeah, we left the gear pins. I don't know if I ever had an engine failure right after rotation. Matt Davis did. Matt Davis had a very funny clip where he rotated, pulled the props back from toga power to climb power and accidentally put them into feather. But that wasn't me. Yeah, I had a gear pins incident at Seattle where I forgot to take the gear pins out. That was embarrassing. Eric, no worries. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you, buddy. Welcome in. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. So we are literally just going to glide this thing down to the 4,000 feet very gradually. I've not actually really briefed the approach, which is really bad of me because it's a very, very interesting approach that we need to really watch out for. So Shay, we want to be 2,500 or above at max 180 knots. And then in terms of the descent profile from there, we get to Yakar above 2,200. And then it's Darrell at 1,000. And then from there, we just turn visual. I don't know if it's got all the rest of the waypoints in. Yeah, it's got all of those. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, we just turn it final. YOLO it in. We're going to get pushed across with the wind, so we just got to watch out for that. There you go. Mr. Speedbird's got the clip of the Matt Davis moment, yeah. Flying Infinite Flight on mobile. Oh, awesome, JVZ. I've never played Infinite Flight, actually. Yeah, never played Infinite Flight, actually. This music, what is it? I'll be honest with you. It's AI. Is it actually? No, I don't think it is AI music. But it kind of sounds it. How do I cancel song request? Escalation mark remove. To be honest with you, we're not... Well, I say we're not that far out. I don't know how long we actually are out until landing, but... we've got a while to go, but I tell you what, should we do predictions now so that I don't forget? We still got quite a while to go. How many miles have we got? Oh shit. We're at 12,500 feet on profile for the restriction on the star. We've got 115 miles to run. I swear to God, stars in America are just ridiculous. Like, we'd probably just be starting descent by now if we were, you know, up at about 30,000 odd feet. Normally. It's just crazy. I've no idea why they do it like this. Because the airspace is incredibly close. I mean, They'll blame it on like having Teterboro, White Plains, Newark, JFK all super close to each other with LaGuardia. But I mean, even that granted, like, I don't know. And it's also because they don't know the meaning of the word hold. I've offended many Americans saying that before. Hello, I've just got a Teams notification even though my laptop's closed. London Heathrow, London Gatwick, Stansted, Luton and London City have something to say about that. Well, exactly. Right, so we're reduced for 250 below 10. Make sure they're armed. Get some lights on. We held flying into Miami a few weeks ago. A certain orange VIP was flying out, so you stopped for them. I mean, that... Okay, yeah. So I can see why they would implement a hold for that. It's when they implement, like, a whole ground stop for that kind of stuff as well. Oh, my God. What are these song requests? I swear to God. What are these? Rihanna, really? Alright, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Right, I'm going to switch to the CTAL frequency. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 540, turning inbound for Basie at 8,000. From waypoint Crowley, we're going direct Vader for the RNP X-ray runway 31. Normally I would have songs off at this low altitude, but because it's going to be about 8 years still until our landing, we'll leave it on. I mean, we could just go all the way down to 4,000 feet for the sake of the views. But I'm just going to kind of chill out with the descent rate and just kind of, you know, slowly make our way down. I think if we literally just put this down to 4,000 feet now and just descend at 500 feet per minute, and then when we get to 4,000 feet, we get to 4,000 feet. You know what I mean? In simple terms, what's the difference between ILS and RNAV? Okay, I'll try and describe it simply, but quite frankly, it's not easy to describe very simply. Let me just watch my speed here. So, RNAV, essentially, the very, very basics is that the aircraft will follow what's programmed into your flight management system. So right now that you can see, almost like your car following the sat-nav, if you're following the sat-nav in your car, we're following the flight plan that we've programmed into the aircraft here. And that includes not only just the lateral navigation from left to right, but also the vertical navigation as well. And so, yeah, it will use the global positioning system, the GPS systems within the aircraft to follow the approach. Whilst an ILS is an instrument landing system, and so it will rely on like a beacon, like a radio beacon located at the airport for the aircraft to capture the approach. That's, I guess, the very, very basics of it. There's a lot more in there, but yeah, right, we need some anti-ice on going through this.
LaGuardia traffic, breakout 4382, turning direct Vader, LaGuardia.
Cool, so they're going to turn direct Vader. Been lurking in the background, just completed a Pobeda 737 flight from Istanbul. Ooh, Russian ATC stayed up until your arrival. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's very nice of them. I hope you had a good flight. Brilliant. So we are literally just going to slowly descend down to 4,000 feet because we are in absolutely no rush for it, to be quite honest with you. The only rush would be if we wanted to get below this cloud layer, but, you know, and then we'll just enjoy the views in. Cool, let's just get a refresh on the weather. 310 degrees at 12, gusting 19, altimeter 3017 now, everybody. 3017, that's set. I forgot these song requests. Right, let's do predictions now, shall we? Let's do them now so I don't forget them. So same prediction as it was earlier. There you go. There's a setting on sim which is frame generation. Should I have that enabled? If your graphics card supports it, absolutely. Absolutely, you should have it enabled. Sorry, chat. Let me just turn off my... You might be able to hear my... For some reason on my work laptop, even if I close the lid on it, I still hear Teams notifications. And I didn't before. If I put it to sleep... There we go. That should stop it now, hopefully. Will you be adding your MSFS 2024 settings on the website? Paulie, if you join my Discord server, they're all on there, mate. Yeah, they're all on there. I probably could add them on my website as well, shouldn't I? But yeah, they're all on my Discord server. So, we've got the MK Studios LaGuardia scenery, chat. And then on top of that, we've also got the brand new Sam Scene Cityscape for New York. It was previously in 2020, but they've also now made it available in 2024 as well. So that's going to be awesome. So, we're going to have a beautiful skyline as well. Will Chase Plane ever come to MSFS? Actually, it's literally just released... Well, they've done a soft launch in MSFS 2020. So, if you're part of Parallel 42, which is essentially if you spend $42 on their website, you get early access to products. So, you can actually buy Chase Plane for MSFS 2020 right now. It's bloody brilliant. I was using it the other week, and it's phenomenal. It's not... I don't know when it's coming to MSFS 2024, though. But it is available in 2020. Is this thing any good? I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm honestly, even though this is the whole like big marketing hype of a whole new V2 version from V1, which released almost 4 years ago now, I've not seen a dramatic amount of difference. So I'm gonna, like, even though I'm having fun and I am enjoying this aircraft, you'd think in 4 years since this aircraft released, it would have come on a lot more than it has. There could be a lot of things that have changed in this aircraft, but I've not flown this thing in about 3 years, 3.5 years, and there's nothing that has screamed out to me that has gone, oh wow, that's been heavily improved since the last time I flew this. Now that might, granted, be, you know, user error or things that I'm just not noticing because they're suddenly working now where they might not have worked as well before. But, and as I say, I'm still having fun with it, don't get me wrong, but there's been nothing that's like absolutely like gone, whoa, holy moly, this is like crazy now compared to before. So, yeah. I think for the fact that it's been in the public realm for almost 4 years now, and they've got this whole new marketing hype over it being a V2 variant of it, I would have liked to have seen it pretty much overhauled, but we've not seen that. We're in 2024, Bogey Smoke. Yeah, we're in 2024 with it. The only caveat to that, of course, being that V2 is a free update and it does work with 2024 and 2020. But I mean, like, I've seen some people on YouTube kind of hiding behind it and saying like, oh well, you can't really moan about the V2 update because it's free. I'm sorry, but like, with the issues that were prevalent in this aircraft and with a lot of stuff that's still missing, it still doesn't have a custom ILS, by the way. It's still using the default ILS logic in the sim, so I imagine it's also using a lot of other default logic. One to go. You know, I still think that being the first ever third-party airliner that ever released for MSFS, as I say, it was April 2021, so 4 years ago almost. And now that they have got this whole new hype about it being V2, I would have liked to have seen more done to it. I really do. I really do. But, you know, at the moment, we're having fun with it. I was excited to get on stream with it today after flying it on Tuesday. So we'll probably bring it on stream a little bit more regularly than, well, 3 years, like it was last time. Bogey Smoke, if you want to give 2024 a go, mate, and you're worried about whether you're like... Because I get loads of people come in here and say, like, hey, is it a good idea to upgrade from 2020 to 2024? I'm biased because I work for the simulator. So, of course, I am going to naturally say, yes, you should definitely do it. But if you want to just give it a try and see how it works for you and see if you like 2024 without investing the full price of the sim, get a month of Xbox or PC Game Pass.
Taxiing out to runway 22 via taxiway Juliet Bravo and Romeo will cross runway 31.
Because you can pick up a month of Game Pass for what, like a quarter of the price of the base sim, if not less. And give it a try and just see what you think of it. Now, I would say that don't like judge it straight away. Like, give it that full month. Because you will probably get frustrated at some things and go like, oh, this, blah, blah, you know, like, oh, this, I've got to set up my controls again. But, like, don't just actually judge the sim off of that. Green Daz, hey, 33 months. Thank you, mate. Thank you, thank you. That's very kind of you indeed. I appreciate that a lot, mate. Right, there's 4,000 feet, chat. Thank you very much, Daz. That's all the threes. 33, 3 months away from the 3 years. You're a legend, buddy. Chat, we're at 4,000 feet. We've very casually gone down to 4,000 feet. And we're still at... oh, the problem is that everything's overcast. And we've still got 53 miles to run. That's ridiculous. Why is it overcast when I've installed a brand new bloody cityscape? LaGuardia traffic... Jazz 540, level 4,000 feet, 3 miles from Vader, and then on to the transition for the RNP X-ray approach from runway 31. So I would say that if you are going to get into 2024, just give it some time because there's a different UI, there's a different way of setting up your controls and everything like that. And it because it's different, like you might go, oh well, I hate this straight off the bat. I'm going back to 2020 because it's different. But just give it some time to kind of get round that and get used to some of the new things in the sim. And then you'll hopefully start to see some of the improvements and some of the cool stuff that's come in 2024. And I hope that's like a fair way that, you know, you can go about it.
X-ray runway 31, and for the Jazz in front of us, we're keeping the speed low. We're at 220 right now, so let us know when you'll be rolling it back.
Look at these views. Roger, that's fine at the moment. I'm just enjoying the views of New York. So we'll tell you when we're going to slow down, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably not for another about 30 miles, judging with how long this arrival is.
Yeah, no worries. We'll enjoy him behind you. Chewie?
No, I'm his mischievous brother.
Ah.
How's the V2?
Traffic.
I don't actually know.
We're crossing runway 31.
Oh, look at these views. So this is the new Samsung 3D 2024.
LaGuardia traffic, we're at 4382, turning left 120 to set up for the RNAV X-ray runway 31.
Holy crap. Look at Times Square down there. We're just going over Times Square. There. You can see the billboards moving. Okay, I'm so glad we've actually persevered with this flight after those WASM crashes. You could see the billboards like changing in Times Square. That was sick. Right, chat, I am going to turn the music off now. Sorry to Incarnate who requested this one, but hopefully it'll stay for the next one. But I'm just going to concentrate on the approach a little bit now. Have we got a speed restriction? So Necol, we've got to be max 200 knots, but that's in 15 nautical miles, so that's fine. I'm worried about going into this view because that's the view that disengages the autopilot. This is the view that we want. Why does it have to be the view that we want? Because we want to constantly be looking out the left-hand side of the aircraft now. That's the one that's disconnecting the autopilot. Why? Say. Schiffel, we're in 2024. Right, back to Gigliotti's question asking about how's the V2. There might be lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff in V2 that I am not aware of that has been updated and is working now. But there is nothing that has screamed out to me that has gone, wow, holy moly, that's a huge improvement over the last time I flew this thing. The last time I flew this thing was 3.5 years ago.
1024, taxi on a runway 22 for immediate departure to LaGuardia.
Right, I think it might be my view number 7 that's disconnecting the autopilot. Because I just went to view number 8 and it was fine. So hopefully if we can stay in this view, it'll be fine. There's the Statue of Liberty. So we've got 9 miles to reduce speed. So I'll call that I'm reducing. LaGuardia traffic jazz 540, starting to reduce that speed back to 220 knots and then 200 knots by Necol as per the restriction. We'll just slowly bring that back.
LaGuardia traffic Delta 1024 rolling runway 22 LaGuardia.
That looks so cool though with the aircraft and the view. I think we're going to be doing lots of flying around New York with that new cityscape. I want to do like a helicopter tour of here as well. That would be fun. VFR helicopter flight or something. Right, let's keep that speed rolling back. Still got a while actually, so we probably reduced it a little bit earlier. I think we're looking pretty good with the spacing with everybody. Yeah, we're looking great with the spacing. I could even turn now on a base.
LaGuardia traffic, Brickyard 4382, short final runway 31, LaGuardia.
Let's do it. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 540. We're taking an early turn for a base leg and then we'll take a direct parachute descending 3,000 feet, speed now back to 200 knots. Flaps on. We might as well. So, altitude down to 3,000. Vertical speed it. Speed, so with flaps 1. Right, chat, if I'm really quiet, I do apologise. It's just crunch time now for me to concentrate on this. Got a lovely 20 knot tailwind pushing us across here. Ugh.
LaGuardia traffic, Delta 1024, airborne 2.9, climbing, flight level 320, direct to Big B. Final call, see ya.
See ya. Alright, let's go direct and just go nav. Oh, speed, sorry. Fine. Do you have photogrammetry on? Yarp. We're on the helicopter tour. Take out the blimp. I've never flown that, actually. I'm the guy who said, Chewy, I didn't know you were going into LGA. Hey, Pilot Depth, how you doing? Good to see you, bud. It's always nice when somebody says hello on VATSIM. Right, here we go then. Power! I didn't need to descend when I did though. Okay, so this aircraft is no factor. They're climbing out of Newark. And then that is, oh god, there's so much traffic. So funny. We are about to land. I'm not doing a very good job with my speed management here, am I? So we've got 15 miles to run. Good. Okay. Right, I'm going to pause the alerts for landing. We did do predictions, didn't we? I think we did.
LaGuardia traffic records 4382, vacated runway 31 on Sierra.
Cool, so he's vacated. Look at these views. Wow. I mean, it's nice over just that side. That looks gorgeous, but... very nice. Well, I mean, finally, it's going to be a free update. How do I do predictions again? Oh, we've already done them. So the only way that I do predictions is whether you think I'm going to land above or below 250 feet per minute. We did it during the descent, so it might have finished by now. So yeah, surrounding scenery. We do have photogrammetry turned on, but we've also got the Samscene 3D New York cityscape, which has just been updated for MSFS 2024. It's available now. It was about £16.80 with VAT, so I think it's like £14 without VAT on the InnyBuild shop. So you can go and get it on the InnyBuild store right now. Oh shit, I probably need to be descending. That's the one. Right, if I set that to 2,200, speed 180. Right, I need to concentrate now. Let's go speed 180. Let's go flaps 8. LaGuardia traffic. Jazz 540 overhead shave. The RMP X-ray runway 31 approach. We'll report turning final. Look at that view! Hello from Norway. Hi, tack for tuning in. Tusen tack.
American 1067 taxi runway 4 via Echo Bravo, LaGuardia.
Okay, keep the speed rolling down to 1,000. Oh, watch the speed. It's because it's gone into out hold. Right, as much as I enjoy looking out the window, folks, I've got to concentrate. I am messing this approach up. Right, sorry. As much as I'm enjoying the views out the window, I've got to concentrate. Gear down, flaps 20. What the hell is our approach speed? 132. So with the winds, we're going to go about 140 again, I reckon. Right, last look out the window. The autopilot's disconnected itself, but bugger it. You know what? Hello? Let's do that, shall we? Right, flaps all the way. There's the turn. God, I do not like these sensitivity curves that I've put in. There's the runway.
Minimums.
Continue.
1,000.
Checked. Doesn't help that I've not got my Tobii eye tracker going. I'd love to turn off my flight director right
LaGuardia
now.
traffic Endeavour 5306, 5 miles from Pachu on the RNAV X-ray runway 31.
Okay, it's saying that we're 4 white, even though the profile, I feel like we're okay. Oh no, maybe not. It's alright, we can bring that back.
LaGuardia traffic American 1067 lining up runway 4, LaGuardia.
LaGuardia traffic, short final, runway 31, as air 540.
400.
No pressure.
Ha ha ha. Alright, I think we've managed to salvage it. 2 white, 2 red, rolling out. Winds 15 knots on the nose, speed's looking fine.
2 200, 200.
Keep the descent in, touch low, correcting. Watch the speed.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Wasn't soft, but it was smack bang where we wanted it to be. Okay, reverses are green. We'll get it slow so that the intersecting departure can go. And the traffic on 4, you're going to be able to take off if you want. We're not going to cross the intersecting runway.
Alright, sounds good, man. Great landing. American 10 departing runway 4. Report it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at
And on that note, Jazz Air 540 LaGuardia to vacating runway 31 at Tango.
and hope you will join us.
There we go, we'll take that! Where were the call-outs from the GPWS? God knows. Considering I was too busy looking at how gorgeous the views were and I was really not concentrating very much and then suddenly was like, oh yes, we're at 2,000 feet. I should probably put the gear down and actually concentrate. I think we'll take that. Welcome down to LaGuardia, everybody. What a beautiful approach. There we go. There's the aircraft departing off runway 04. That looks so cool. Off they go, rotating. Nice, that looks sick. Right, I should probably work out where I'm taxiing and everything, but we'll work that out in just a moment. Let's just make sure that we're clear here first. Oh, my probe. Ah, I know why my N1 was so freaking high that whole flight, because I forgot to turn off the bloomin' thingy. You know the thingy. I forgot to turn off the thingy. Right, where am I? I forgot to turn off the anti-ice. So that was Tango. We want to go down here, actually. So we want to go by Lima. And then stand 4-8. So there's Kilo there. Okay, so we can continue down.
1067 2.2.
So probes are off. Engine anti-ice is off now because I'm an idiot. Strobes are off. Landing light, that's fine. They're disarmed. Good. Okay, cool. There we are. So yeah, we're going to go and use stand 48 today. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that one. Thank you all so much for those of you tuning in. I really hope that was worth sticking around for. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And my performance is pretty good, actually. Like, I don't feel any issues with performance, considering we're at LaGuardia, which is, you know, right smack bang in the middle of New York, and we've got the new cityscape installed. My performance is great. So I can't complain. I don't know what I think about the sensitivity curves, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah. How is the CRJ V2? It's not blown me away with changes from V1, which I last flew a few years ago, but I've certainly enjoyed flying it. You know, I can say that. I have enjoyed flying it. Yeah, that Samsung scenery was really good. I want to do like a helicopter tour of there soon, for sure. Definitely do. But yeah, the FPS is great. I really struggled at this scenery in 2020, but no issues in 2024. Right, I think we're able to go over here. Let's jump across here and hope that my stand's just here. Oh, it might actually be around the corner. Oh wait, no, it's just there. Yeah, 48, it's here. Perfect, good. Yeah, LaGuardia is a great place to test how well your sim's running, you're right. Put down the helicopter and pick up the blimp. I'd be terrified flying a blimp.
LaGuardia traffic at Denver 306, short final runway 31, LaGuardia.
Oh, he's on short final, so we might be able to watch him land. I need to concentrate on my parking, but we also want to watch the Endeavour behind us. Oh, God, there's the stand. If I slow down, we might be able to see him. There we go. We'll go on this, Mark. There he is, just coming into land. Nice. Looks like they're down safely as well.
Nicely done.
Very good. Well, none of us made it into the drink. Yeah, good for no landing gear. I don't know why it does that. It's so annoying. Okay, right. Parking brake is set. APU's on, so we'll shut down the thrust levers. Seatbelt signs can go off. Beacon light can go off. Fuel boost pumps can go off. Transponder can go onto standby. And we'll go and get the chocks in. GPU. And we'll request deboarding. There we go. Yay, we made it.
Traffic Endeavour 5306, exit runway.
I was really worried after the two WASM crashes that we were not going to make this. Yeah, I was really worried after those WASM crashes. I thought we weren't going to make it. There we are. I should have done a replay, actually, shouldn't I? Chat, can we get some I Love VATSIMs for everybody who's flown with us today? It's hugely appreciated. We've not had any ATC today, but we've had a couple of people fly with us, and it really just does make all the difference. So thank you to those of you who've flown across. There you go. So MK Studios LaGuardia Airport scenery, and then we've got the beautiful new Sam Scene 3D cityscape for New York as well, which looks perfect. Brilliant. Right, let's go and check out the landing rate. I still think it's going to be over 250 feet per minute. So there we go. We had the Kepler 3 departure, the bumper, and then en route, and then the arrival in. It didn't actually feel that long. I think because we kind of drifted down from 8,000 to 4,000, and then we got to 4,000 about here, by which point was perfect, because then we just enjoyed the views, didn't we? So actually, it wasn't that bad sitting at 4,000 feet for a while. Took a little early direct, which worked quite nicely. And there's the, you know what? The turn doesn't look that bad, actually, all things considered. Considering I didn't use Tobii eye tracking and I just kind of YOLO'd it, I don't think that descent and everything in the turn looks too bad at all. And then the landing, well, yeah, just past the main markers, but still nicely in the touchdown zone and right on the centre line. And we didn't go across the 04 intersection, which is what everybody likes to see. So, the landing rate then was a 337 with a 1.09 G-force. But I think for LaGuardia, with all those things considered, I'll take it. I don't know what to do about... I think I might keep the sensitivity curves, but just dampen them a little bit, so they're not quite as crazy. Because at the moment, the sensitivity curves are pretty wild. And so I think I might just bring them back a bit. Just landed your first long haul. Hey, nice. Oh, wow. 16 hours in a AN225. That's way better than the real one could do. That's impressive. Impressive. Flown many times in and out of LaGuardia, and I can probably count on one hand the number of greases I've had. Yeah, I bet. Just stick it in and get it down. So there we go. Oh, perfect flight time. 1 hour, 5 minutes. Block time, 1 hour and 18 minutes. Landing rate of 336.5. Landing G-force, nothing wrong with that. 1.09. And 408 nautical miles. Well, there we go. That was very good fun. I always enjoy an approach into LaGuardia, especially when we get to do the visual. And when we get some others join with us as well. Brilliant stuff. And then when we've got lovely new scenery, can't really beat it, can you? Can't really beat it. You can never grease it into LGA. It's physically impossible. Well, maybe we'll have to come back again soon and give it another go. Right, let's go and set the prediction. Oh, it was actually pretty close. So only 6 people predicted, but it was split down the middle. But it was indeed over 250 feet per minute. Yeah, I think I'll dampen the thingies, the sensitivity curves, and just make them a little bit better. Cool. Right, on that note then, folks, I am going to finish up there for the night. Oh yeah, night lighting. Should we go and have a quick look at that? Let's go and have a quick peek at the night lighting. And then we'll finish up for the day. Let's go back all the way that way instead, shall we? There we go. How does that look? Oh, yes. Look at that. We'll have to do a night approach into here sometime. See what the night lighting looks like into New York with the cityscape as well. That would be fun, actually. Yeah, we'll try and get that organised soon. I can hear my voice going again. Can you guys hear it? It's been fine all day. But, yeah. Chance for a revenge Grizz raid. Right, we'll do it. We'll go and revenge raid Grizzle. Perfect. Right, folks, on that, I'm going to finish up there. We'll go and give Grizzle a raid. Folks, I appreciate you. Thank you all so much for the support today. It is hugely appreciated. I hope you enjoyed both the flights in the CRJ. We'll be back in something else tomorrow because we won't be in the CRJ. We'll give something else a go. I've got no idea what yet, but yeah, we'll fly something different. All right, so yeah, I will see you all then. Appreciate you all very much. Thank you for sticking around, tuning in. As I say, I hope you all enjoyed it. So yeah, very good fun indeed. All right, folks, we'll see you tomorrow for the last stream of the week. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Happy landing.